Hello, 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 everybody, and welcome to finale night on Baddies DH1. This season on Baddies DH1, we had a big shakeup in the DH1 network as 13 of our previous most toxic and controversial I Love Money contestants, plus a brand new competitor, were brought in to the Coco Academy, where they were faced with the challenge of improving themselves and being the baddest baddie that they could be, just in a little bit of a different way. They were put to the test. They had to create different looks for a fashion show. They had to fundraise. Some of them did it through a car wash. Some of them did it through a promo. They had to climb up a safety ladder. They had to debate. They had to go on a blind date. They had to host a podcast. They had to improv. And now it's time for them to give their commencement speeches. Uh, all of this in an effort to claim a spot in the DH1 Hall of Fame and be the first ever graduate of the Coco Academy. There was fights, there was drama, there was tears, um, and it all culminates tonight in one final showdown. Now, after all was said and done, we were left with three students at the Coco Academy: Mark, Ida, and Rafi. So before we head into tonight's final lesson, I want to check in with our three finalists. So hello, everybody. Congratulations on making it to the end of this season. It was definitely not an easy feat, and I'm very proud of all three of you. So I'm just going to go in order of when you guys first appeared in the franchise. So I guess I'm going to start with Ida. So Ida, you first came here back in 2019 on season 4, and you had a pretty big reputation um, for being someone that gets into a lot of arguments. And you were even expelled that very first night. You got that second chance to stay. Um, are you surprised that you made it to the finale? And how are you feeling being here right now?
Honestly, I am happy as ever because I never make it this far in the games because I'm always causing commotion. And this game really changed how I view things now. And by me not flipping out on the smallest things and just like thinking about it like, dang, they probably are right. I need to stop doing this and that. And I have. And I'm proud of myself for making it this far. I'm shocked. I'm shocked, but I'm proud of myself.
Thank you. Next, hailing from season 9, it's Rafi. So, Rafi, in your original season, you made it all the way to the final two. The critique you got from everyone was infamously Gloria, I think one night said, "Shut up, Rafi, you never shut up." And this season you took a bit of a different approach. This season you've definitely been the king of consistency. You've been uh pretty consistent all the way through. And how does it feel to be sitting in yet another finale night?
It feels great, honestly. I think it really shows that I can be loud and annoying and obnoxious, and also just quiet, sweet, and kind, and I can still make it to the end, you know? So I think it feels correct. I feel great. I'm very excited to see everyone's speeches. I had a lot of fun with this game. I think the challenges were amazing. So I'm just excited to end it off with whoever wins.
Thank you. And last but not least, we have the wild card himself, Mark. So, Mark, you were very unique from the rest of the cast. You came in here with no previous I Love Money experience, but you definitely uh, made an amazing impression. You've been killing all of the competitions. Uh, you've had your moments where you've stood your ground. You've been pretty good at keeping yourself out of the drama, and you've just had a really strong performance all the way through. Um, how are you feeling sitting in this finale tonight?
I'm feeling like definitely different from day one. I feel like as I progressed, I felt the need kind of to prove myself since everybody else had a story already. I needed to work that much harder to show that I deserve to be here just as much as anybody else. I could work hard. I could grow and do all of these same things while creating my own story and experiencing, an org for my first time. But I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed meeting everybody and having such a good time. All of the challenges have been crazy, super unexpected, a lot of laughs, a lot of fun. And so I'm excited to see who wins.
Thank you. So we've heard from our finalists. Tonight, I did invite the other previously expelled contestants from the Coco Academy. We don't have everybody here, and we're going to hear more from them later. But if they want to come on camera real quick and just say hi before our lesson, in no particular order, we have Debbie, Cheryl, Jade Wolf, and Ginny. So I want to thank you for being here tonight. I did invite the rest of the eliminated contestants. But before we get into our lesson tonight, I just wanted to say to the four of you, because I didn't really get the chance to talk to all of you guys that much this season, because in the first half, I wasn't as involved as I really was in the second half. I just want to say thank you guys for playing this season. And I feel like all four of you obviously had your mess ups, but I think you guys really showed improvement this season in your own way. Ginny, you were one of the first ones to go, and it was really sad seeing you blow up that way. But I think that note that you were given, that maybe you just weren't ready, really is it. And I think that my favorite thing about you is you're always open to improving yourself. And I hope that down the line, we can see a different version of Ginny. Maybe Ginny 3.0. That's what I would really love to see. And I have faith that we will. So it's always a pleasure hosting you. Then we got Cheryl. Cheryl, you just had a bad night when you went home, but you're another person that I really appreciate how you always want to work on yourself. You're always open to the criticism, and you're also someone that knows how to take accountability when you mess up. So I wouldn't feel too bad about about the debate night. I still think you had a really strong showing this season. Jade Wolf, you were the only person that I was not there to see you off, and I felt really bad seeing you go. I didn't feel like it was your time. I will say, Jade, that I feel like you really did improve while you were here. I still obviously think there's some things that you could work on, but what I really think you did a good job at improving on this season was not taking everything so personally. I really appreciated the way that you exited the game. You were like, thank you for the opportunity, and you left. You were very gracious. Very different from the way you left your previous two times. So I really feel like you improved this time around, and you should absolutely be proud of yourself. And Debbie, you were so close to getting to that end spot. You were really consistent this whole way through, and you had a lot of pressure on your shoulders just coming off of season 12, and being in the bottom like 8 times. This time around, you won challenges. You were a great team player. You were very well respected in the game, and I think just had that last lesson gone a little differently, you could have really been a contender for the crown. So I want to thank you and we will hear more from you guys later on. But firstly, I just want to know quickly from you guys, who are you rooting for tonight? And you can give like a brief sentence on who you're rooting for. So I'm going to start with Ginny. Oh, okay. I can go to someone else first. Cheryl.
Well, my heart is torn because I want to root for Rappy, but honestly, I'm Team Ida all the way right now.
Okay. Jade Wolf, who are you rooting for?
At first, I thought I was going to be Team Ida, but after the way that she has treated me in the main hall of the academy, that just tore my vote for her all the way. So, I'm probably going to go for Team Mark.
Okay. Debbie, who are you rooting for?
So I, even though I'm going to say what team I'm on and who I'm rooting for, I do also think there's someone else that like I definitely created a connection with at the end and saw eye to eye that maybe we didn't at the beginning. Rafi, I feel like towards the end, like I definitely like could see like how like I definitely respect you in the game and how you've distanced yourself from the drama. And even though you're friends with certain like them, you never put yourself in the drama, and you really never did. You always distanced yourself, and I never knew you were like, you know, who you were working with those people. I'm gonna say even though of course I was trying to fight for my spot, so even though I said what I said about Mark being new to orgs, I'm really impressed by how Mark played the game, not having like an association or final two with everyone. Like yeah, he talked to everyone, so like you can say it's playing both sides, but like he did a really good job for not staying in the drama, being under the radar in the beginning. Him and I didn't really talk towards the middle of the game when I started working on his team, and I was like, I love Mark. Everyone loved him. And I think you freaking kicked ass in challenges. So I'm going to say, even though I did say you don't have a story to base it on because you are new and that's not your fault, I'm Team Mark. Sorry for the long-winded way, because that's my way
It's
of
okay.
speaking.
And Ginny.
Hi, yes. Can you hear me?
Yes.
You can hear me, right? Okay, cool. Okay, so with me, I'm rooting for only one person, and that would be Mark, because he was not fake to me. He was real and straight up to me, and the other two, well, they made their beds and laid in it. So that's it. Thank you.
Okay. Well, thank you to our expelled students. We will hear more from you guys later on. You guys can hop off camera and go on mute and enjoy the show. So I want to bring forward our headmasters. So tonight we have Queewol and we have Tyler. So Queewol and Tyler, please step forward. So to my headmasters, I want to know, do you guys have any advice for our finalists before we get into the final lesson?
Good luck. I mean, honestly, I feel I have faith in all of you guys that you guys are going to do really well. So I feel like you guys don't even need advice, because watching you guys start from the beginning to this point and seeing how you guys performed in the challenges, I think you're all very, very strong competitors. So I think you guys just have to show who you are and really rock.
Thank you. Tyler? Assistant head.
Okay, well, can y'all hear me clearly?
Now we can. Now we can.
Y'all can hear me now?
Yeah, you're good, Tyler. We could hear you. Oh.
All right, am I better now? Because I took out my charger. Am I good?
Yes. Yes, you're good.
Okay, awesome. Sorry for that. So, sorry for that long, whatever that was. No advice tonight. I think you all did us really, really amazing. I'm proud of this top three. I want tears to fall from my face when I hear these speeches. So if I don't see no cry, if I cannot cry, I'm not gonna give you the win. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna do that. I'm super proud of all three of y'all. Y'all did so amazing. Mark, great job for being the new org person coming into this thing. Ida, for changing from the very first time we saw you. And Rafi, you go on, girl. You just did it. You did the damn thing. That's it.
Thank you, Tyler. And don't worry, the school internet hopefully will be fixed. So your Wi-Fi will. All right, so let's get down to business. So, Ida, because you were the last winner, the person that won the last lesson, you have an important decision to make. I need you to make the order that everyone will go and give their speeches. So, on the spot, who is going to give their speech first?
I would like for Rafi to give his speech first.
Who's going
Can
to
you
go
hear me
second?
clear?
Yes.
Okay, and Mark second and me last.
Okay, so Rafi, Mark, and Ida. Ooh, it's reverse alphabetical. So you guys will give your speeches. Just as an update for the viewers, the final lesson that our students were given was to give a commencement speech. So if you don't know what a commencement speech is, this is a address that usually a guest or a valedictorian or some high respected person will make to the graduating class of the year. This commencement speech should invoke some sort of feeling of an uplifting feeling. It should have a message to it. It could be funny. It could be personal. It could have a story, whatever you think is best. A commencement speech normally is about 20 minutes, but we're going to say keep it around 10-15, soft. Keep it around 10-15. You can make it a little shorter if you'd like to. They were told they can use a script, they can do whatever they feel is best, and this lesson will make a big role in tonight on who is crowned the winner. So what I'm going to need is Mark and Ida to hop on camera and go on mute, and Rafi, you are going to be given the floor. Generally try to wrap it up by like 8:53, but I'm wishing you the best of luck. Go ahead.
All right. Just making sure my mic's unmuted. Okay. Good evening, faculty, students, and viewers. I would like to start by thanking the faculty for giving me this opportunity to speak with you, thanking my fellow speakers for their wonderful speeches to come, and the viewers for sitting through this journey, both the highs and the lows. It is an honor to be one of your commencement speakers. I'd like to begin with an excerpt from one of my favorite poems, We Wear the Mask. We wear the mask that grins and lies. It hides our cheeks and shades our eyes. This debt we pay to human guile. With torn and bleeding hearts we smile, and mouth with myriad subtleties. I ask that you all keep this in mind, for when we play orgs, do we not all don a mask? Don't we all become someone different than who we are in reality? I most certainly do. When I started my org career in the summer of 2017, barely a senior in high school and barely a whole person, I decided that I wanted to be a villain. I had looked up to people like Heather in Total Drama, Regina George in Mean Girls. Who could blame me? I was an insecure gay Latino in the late 2010s with social anxiety. I wanted to be different, more confident. I wanted that version of me to exist. Someone that could cut people down with their words just as easily as they could manipulate others to get back in line. And that's what I did. I did become the fourth boot in that game, but I loved the feeling it gave me. I was addicted to the confidence, to the power, to the feeling of acting like I was better than everyone else. Orgs had become my outlet to become the female villainess that you love to hate and hate to love. And I donned that mask in every org I played after. I was Rafi, cool, calculated, polarizing, and most importantly, mean. However, around the time of I Love Money Season 9, I began to realize that the mask was no longer just a mask. Like Jim Carrey, it had consumed me and began to take over my actions in my real life. I specifically remember that I had made plans with my IRL friends to do a Secret Santa gift exchange, but it conflicted with one of the purge nights we had. And in my org frenzy state, I decided that the game was more important than my friends. The mask had decided that I should cancel my plans to hopefully gain some form of power in a fake game on the internet. I had essentially begun to isolate myself for this game, putting so much strain on my relationships that my friends literally had to have an intervention with me. And despite all that, The night had ended up being moved to the next day due to scheduling conflicts. In that moment, I had my wake-up call. The mask was no longer a mask. After the season, I decided that I needed to rediscover who I was. If the mask was no longer just a facade, then who was I? If orgs affected my IRL relationships, then how can I approach them in a balanced, healthy way? In the following spring semester, I took a class called Multimedia Composition. In this class, I needed to film videos, edit self-made podcasts, and really broaden the scope of how I can create media and stories. It was a requirement for my English degree, but when I scheduled the class back in November, I thought I had no idea how to do anything except to write. However, I discovered something. Orgs had prepared me for this. The video editing skills that I gained through music video challenges helped me put together my class project. And things like this happened more and more. The public speaking skills I gained from endless tribal councils, paymaster pleads, and jury speeches helped give me a rousing thesis presentation that many had said was the best of my department. I even used my experience hosting and moderating my own org on job applications, and it was brought up so many times during the interview process. In fact, I think it was the reason I got the job that I have now. I began to harness the power the org mass had given me in ways that I didn't even think were possible when I first started. It wasn't that the mask had consumed me. The mask had simply evolved and had evolved me into a better, more confident, more outspoken, and more skilled version of myself. In this realization, I discovered that orgs were more than just games. They were an experience that gave me tools in real life. While I will never get to the point where an org will affect my real life in that way, I will use the tools orgs have given me to continue bettering myself. That's why I'm still playing today, despite the turmoil I had experienced. In my perspective, I play orgs to learn more about myself and to gain more skills that could help me in the future. It helps that I get to meet so many amazing people and friends to help broaden my point of view as well. And, to keep this short and to close off this speech, I am reminded of something Headmaster Dylan had said to me at the beginning of this season. This game wasn't about changing who someone fundamentally is. It's about channeling your baddie energy into a more positive force, both in and out of the game. I believe I have done that before, I have done it during, and I will continue doing it after this game is over. My advice to our graduates, the eliminated players, the viewers, or whoever else is listening is this. There is strength to be found in orgs. There is self-reflection, there is good, and there is power that can be used outside of this place. Find it, harness it, and use it. Thank you, and congratulations to our graduates.
Very nicely done. Hi, Lucy. So we're doing, they're doing little commencement speeches, so there'll be a segment for you guys after. So just hop off camera and stay on mute. All right, thank you, Rafi, for that commencement speech. Amazing job. All right, Mark, you have the floor.
Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, faculty members, proud parents, and most importantly, the remarkable graduating class of Baddies DH1. Today, we gather here to celebrate an incredible milestone in our lives, the culmination of a journey that has shaped us, tested us, and transformed us. Each one of us embarked on a unique journey when we walked through the doors of this institution, full of anticipation and a little anxiety, maybe a lot of anxiety. And now we stand on the cusp of a new chapter. We can reflect on the remarkable journey we have traveled. A journey is not merely about the distance covered or the physical landscape traversed. It's about the lessons learned, the growth experienced, and the resilience displayed along the way. It's about the people we meet, the connections we forge, and the impacts we make on others. It's about the obstacles we encounter and the perseverance we experience in overcoming them. It's about discovering who we are and who we want to become. Think back to the first day you set foot on Baddies DH1. Remember the uncertainty, the excitement, the dreams that filled your heart. The road ahead seemed long and daunting, but you summoned the courage to take the first steps. You embarked on a journey of knowledge, self-discovery, and personal development, an odyssey that led you to this very moment. Throughout this voyage, I've encountered challenges that tested my resolve and pushed me beyond my limits. I faced late nights of studying climate control, early mornings getting half naked to wash a car, last-minute efforts to put together a Met Gala-worthy experience, and building rapport with a group of strangers, all while fighting to create a story that everybody else already had. But this journey was not solely defined by academic pursuits. It was also about relationships I formed, the friendships that became pillars of support, the mentors who guided me, the professors who believed in my potential, and even the haters plotting my demise as we speak. These connections, both personal and intellectual, enriched my experience and made me overcome every challenge set before me like a true DH1 baddie. I cherish those bonds and continue to nurture them as I embark on new adventures. As I leave the familiar halls of this institution, remember that this journey does not end here. Life is an ever-unfolding expedition full of opportunities, surprises, and unknown paths. It is up to you to embrace the adventure and continue growing and make a difference in the world. Remember that success is not solely measured by material achievements or societal expectations. It's about finding purpose and fulfillment in what you do. It's about living a life that's aligned with your values, passions, and aspirations. Your journey is unique, and only you can determine what it means to be successful. Along this journey, don't be afraid to take detours, for they often lead to unexpected discoveries. Embrace change, for it can be the catalyst to growth. When faced with adversity, draw upon the lessons we've learned and the strength we've gained to push through. This game has shown me that everyone's story matters, whether it's coming to a close or just beginning. As a class representative, I stand here as a symbol of unity, resilience, and determination. I represent the diverse voices and collective spirit of our graduating class. Throughout our journey, I've witnessed firsthand the incredible strength, unwavering commitment that each and every one of you possesses. I'm humbled to represent a group of individuals who have overcome countless obstacles, supported one another, and demonstrated a remarkable sense of camaraderie. Together, we have faced challenges head-on, celebrated victories, and grown both academically and personally. It is an honor to stand here as a representative, and I pledge to carry forward the values and aspirations of our class as we embark in new adventures beyond the walls. As we set out to make our mark on the world, remember that every journey is an opportunity to make a difference. Be a force of good, seek to uplift those around you, and use the knowledge and skills to tackle pressing challenges of our time. The world needs compassionate leaders, innovative thinkers, agents of positive change, and a baddie. You have the power to shape the future and leave an impacting, lasting, transformative journey. And in conclusion, dear Ida and Rafi, this moment marks the culmination of a remarkable journey, a journey that has shaped us, molded us, and prepared us for the boundless possibilities that lie ahead. As we step into the next chapter of our lives, remember the lessons learned, the connections made, the resilience cultivated, but never forget, you're a true DH1 baddie. Thank you.
Very nicely done, Mark.
Thanks, guys. Thanks.
All right. And last but not least, Ida, you may approach the podium and you may start when you're ready.
First, giving thanks to our creators and our ancestors. I would also like to thank our production team and our, headmasters, Dylan, Crystal, Tyler, Pink, Tyra, Chantilly, Keisha, V, and most importantly, the class of 2023. It is indeed an honor for me to be here tonight. It's been 10 years since I graduated from Baddies University. I remember a lot from that day. I had a throbbing headache from the party I attended that night before. I had an amazing boyfriend who is now my husband, and we have a beautiful daughter. You know, I'm talking to you, Cody. and but of all the things I remembered that day, I don't have a clue on who the commencement speaker was. And I certainly did not remember anything they said. So acknowledging that fact, if I can't make this commencement speech enjoyable, then I'll keep it short. You know, school is not easy. It takes so much of your time, energy, and money. But today, you guys proved that hard work really does pay off. I'm so proud of you guys for making it this far. And I want all of you guys to know what starts here today changes the world. I don't think you guys heard me. But what starts here today, you guys graduating, changes the world. All right. Now I want to tell you guys a little bit about me, a little bit of my background. I had the nastiest attitude that made everyone dislike me. The smallest things will make my blood boil. And I will snap. I wouldn't care if you were the president. I'll flip out. Moving forward, I decided to enroll in a Baddies University. When I first arrived at the university, I was greeted with warm smiles and loving people. On my first day, I was so rude to the people and got sent to the principal's office. I really did not care what the principals had to say, so I ignored them until they kicked me out of the school for my bad behavior. At that moment, when the principals told me that I was being expelled for my behavior, my heart dropped. When I tell you guys my heart dropped, it dropped. I ran and I screamed out of the principal's office. I ran into the bathroom and I cried my eyes out. Not even 5 minutes passed, and one of the principals told me that they would give me a second chance. And when I tell you guys, I was thanking God, and I believe everybody deserves a second chance. Oh my God, it was such an amazing feeling to be given a second chance and brought back into the school. All right. So since then, the principals have been very nice to me, and that niceness started to rub off on me. I started changing and being a better person. And as I say today, what starts here today changes the world. What started with me that day changed me. And I know my attitude is going to change other people's attitudes too. Because I changed my attitude and I'm very nice now. And I'm trying to be nice. And by you guys graduating today, you are setting a great example for the kids in high school and middle school, the ones who dropped out, even the ones who dropped out want to come back to school and graduate because you guys are here today graduating and setting a great example. All right. And I would like to congratulate you guys on your new journey. Do not give up. Keep pushing forward and you will achieve everything that you want to achieve. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ida. All right. Judges, you can come on camera, and contestants, you guys can all step forward. Y'all thumbs it down. Y'all are wild. Okay. So, oh, Ida, you can come on cam too, love. So, judges, we are going to give them each critiques, and we can start with Rafi. I'll start with Rafi. Rafi, when I envisioned this lesson, your speech was really what I envisioned. I think that you knocked this challenge out of the park. I think all of you did a really good job, but Rafi, you honestly probably could give the commencement speech at your school. I loved that you picked a theme and you picked that poem and you made your whole thing about it. And it just, I don't know, I felt a really deep connection to what you were saying. Some of the things you said really hit home for me because orgs have been a really big part of my life. And there's been times where I've felt like, honestly, even as soon as this week, I was over the past week, I've thought, wow, why did I do this to myself? You know, am I guess, wearing a mask? Am I letting the mask consume me? But then your speech really made me remember all of the great things that have come from, hosting this game and being part of the org community, all the people I've met, all the opportunities it's given me. And it was really inspiring for me to hear, even if I hadn't been part of the org community. I just thought it had a really amazing message, and it was really reflective on why you should be here and why you should be in contention for that crown. And I really think that this is just another example of how strong of a player you are. I remember back in season 9, you were really counted out in that final 3 between Josh and Chantel, and you motherfucking slayed that final competition, and you really wowed that jury. And I feel like once again, you're taking this final challenge and you're really finishing strong. So it was a really strong performance from you tonight, Rafi.
Thank you, Dylan.
Rafi out here making English majors proud. I think you did really, really good. I appreciate that your speech had a lot of structure to it. And I think it flowed really nicely throughout, like your theme especially. I love that you took us down a personal narrative and used an anecdote from your own life, because I think a lot of people listening could also relate to your story, especially seeing how some of these org people are. They're crazy. But I also think that your message was really uplifting to new players, because I feel like a lot of people who see these communities and hear these awful things sometimes on Facebook or wherever org people go. I don't know. I don't really play orgs, but wherever they go and they see it, I think a lot of these bad reps get thrown around and a lot of names get thrown around and things like that. So I feel like you taking this bad experience that you had at the very beginning and learning how to grow from it can inspire other players to come back and make the community way more fun again, because I feel like there's always a potential there, but a lot of new people are scared. So I feel like you offer them a lot of great advice too. And I feel like that was a good mark to hit on this speech. So really good job. I enjoyed it a lot.
Can anyone hear me? Is my Wi-Fi good?
You're good, Tyler. The school
Perfect.
Wi-Fi is back on.
Yes. I'm sorry. I had to beat up the tech person to get it together. All right. Rafi, what can I say? So I catched a little bit of your thing. I'm going to really go back and listen. But I have to say I did like the personal touch that you put into your speech. And tied it really all together, talking about orgs and talking about this experience. And you also really touched on your experience in season 9 and now, and the growth is really beautiful. So I'm gonna keep it really short and sweet. Great job, Rafi. Phenomenal job.
Thank you to you all.
You're welcome. Next is, Kyra did send us a message. She said that you were her favorite, and she said that the costume had already won you over. Or won her over. She also said to Mark that that you were looking like a Men in Black snack. Man, I fucking love Kyra. All right, so Mark, you're up next. Mark, I think that one of your biggest strengths this entire season has been your stage presence and your ability to command a room and speak. And I think that was your strongest point tonight with your commencement speech. I really appreciated the way that you had formatted it to really like it made it really feel like a school. Like it felt like something I would hear at a commencement speech in a school. And I thought it was really well thought out. And I think it was well executed. And I think it was a really clean thing. My only critique for you is I think it was just really hard following Rafi because Rafi had that whole thing. So I just I don't remember a lot of parts of your speech, just because there were some times where I felt like you were maybe repeating yourself a little bit to just lengthen it. However, I still feel like it was a really strong and well thought out speech, and I think that your stage presence and the way that you commanded the stage is what really pushed you forward in your speech. So I think you did a great job.
Mark, I feel like the very beginning you proved yourself to be like one of the strongest speakers here. Like at the very start when you were explaining Will as he was going down the runway, like I think you had a big part in carrying that. And I think that also showed here. I think it helped you a lot. Like you were an amazing speaker. I feel like you have this secret background in sales or something, especially with your suit. You look so professional. I think your speech was great. I wish that there would have been a little bit more of a personal narrative in there, only because I feel like we were missing a little bit of you and your personality, but I think what you had to say was great about your journey here. I think it really reflected. I love that you touched up on the whole critique that you had last time with not really having a story. I really like that you embraced that and you used that to say that this is your story. Your story started when you came on the show. And I think that's a really good selling point for you. And I think it's a really great to see how you were able to take criticism that you were given and be like, no, this is the narrative. This is why I'm here. And I think you did a great job showing that.
Well, first off, let me just say you all ate, but Mark, you really ate. You really ate, and you look good tonight too. Let me tell you something. This was a school yearbook. You'll get best dressed. Let me just say that much. You have been styling profile, looking delicious, girl. Go on here. I live. Well, let me first off by saying that, the last live we did and tonight's live, you really showed and proved why you are legit a baddie and why you should definitely be here. That's number one. Number two, I could say you did also tie your experience that you did here in the game as well in the commencement speech, which I also loved as well. I could say to piggyback mostly on Dylan, you did like repeat a couple of words, but I mean, I think it was just to lengthen your time to get that, get that final speech in. But otherwise, great job. Great job. You still put your own personal spin in it. You put, you told the story of why, that I'm happy to be a graduate here of the Baddies DH1 class. So great job, Mark. Great job. Love the tie.
Principals, thank you. I really appreciate all of it. So
I have to add in, I agree. That tie is amazing. Very sharply dressed. So last but not least, Ida. So Ida, I am not going to lie to you. I was very worried for you coming into the challenge because I know that you're a very spontaneous person. And I know that in previous challenges where you've had to like really prepare stuff, you struggled. And I have to tell you, you did a really great job. You're not someone that is used to doing this. So it was very clear compared to the other two that this wasn't really your jam, like giving speeches. But what I liked about your speech was that it felt very personal and it felt very you. I liked the way that you approached it, where you were like, oh, let me role play a little bit. I'm giving a commencement speech because I've already graduated. I've already won the competition. So now I'm coming back in the future and I'm giving a commencement speech to to this class. I thought that was a creative take. It was different from the others, and it separated yourself. And I feel like that was something you had to do when you're going up against Rafi, who's really good at writing and preparing these speeches, and Mark, who has an amazing stage presence. And I like that you talked about your journey, just like Mark did. I like that you addressed the other finalists. So I think you did a really well job. The only critique I can really give you is just that I felt the other two did a better job at delivering their speeches, but that's just because they have just better stage presence. But I think that you did a really good job, and I'm very proud of you and the way that you addressed your speech tonight.
Ida, you really took that improv lesson and used it for here too, pretending to give a speech from the future. I love it. I think going the more comedic route was really, really smart because I think you're hilarious as a person. And I think that really shone. I think it brought your personality forward. And I think part of why you're here too is because you have been such a big personality and you were able to learn from that and reflect and still be able to prove us wrong and show up to the challenge with a really great speech. And even if it wasn't structured professionally like Rafi's or delivered like Mark's, I think you did a really great job showing us who you are. And I think that was one of the important things for the speech tonight. So I appreciate it. You made me giggle. Really, really good job, Ida.
Miss Ida. What can I say about Miss Ida? Well, first, Ida, let me just start off by saying I am super proud of you. You truly have showed true growth from the time you started up in here to now. So let me just give you that much. Like I think piggybacking on Crystal and Dylan, I will have to say you're not this like, person that can just get speeches and, go off and really take it far, but you did it in such a great way that was more funny. And it was hilarious because you're doing something different. You're doing what Ida does uniquely. And that is being funny and having fun with it. So really super proud of you on that one. I'm going to have to keep it 100. I wasn't really getting it, but you tied it perfectly at the end. You still put it towards all your things of how you experienced the game and what you did in this game. So super proud of you. Great job.
Thank you. And I just want you guys.
And you look beautiful tonight.
Thank you. I want you guys to know that I am dyslexic. I wrote everything down, and then all the words started twisting up. My anxiety got high, and I was like, "Oh hell no, I'm about to fail." So
Well, thank you, students. We are going to convene in our private quarters. We will be back. Until then, you guys can collect your thoughts, collect your feelings, and we will be back momentarily.
Is it hailing?
Huh?
Is it hailing outside?
No, it's thunder and storming, and it's raining really bad.
All right, I can hear it. Great job on the speeches, guys. Great job. Ida, you never fail to make me cut up.
Is are we supposed to be still like enabled? Am I supposed to even be here?
You can be,
Yes,
yeah.
Lucy.
It's like we're doing like a mini reunion afterwards. Like,
Yeah, I just want to make my camera on. I was making sure.
Yeah, I think we can talk.
Right.
I think we can talk now because they're.
I know, but your camera's on, Debbie. My camera's not on.
Oh, am I?
Debbie, I think you should still be off.
Okay, sorry. Okay.
I think this is just their time still right now.
but yeah, Ida, when you said I got my husband and we have a child together, hey, I was like, oh, not.
I was trying so hard, man. Oh.
I loved it, Ida. I loved it. I knew from the moment you said, damn, they didn't give me no Big Mac sauce, that I was gonna laugh and laugh and laugh with you, girl.
Oh my God, you remember that?
Yes, it's
How they give me 2 Big Macs and no sauce on none of them?
and Mark,
I'm weak.
amazing job. Mark, amazing job. Obviously, like
Girl,
Yes, you guys did great.
y'all did great. I was like, I couldn't. I'm glad because I was actually screaming. That, you had me laughing.
Oh my God.
And yours had a whole scrappy. I was like, they take me on a journey. I'm like, B, yours was A to Z.
no, I put a lot of myself into these games, so I'm like, gotta end with myself, you know.
Right.
Self-reflection to put it.
My motto is you gotta give it 110% or not even play at all.
Yeah.
You play to win. You don't play to lose.
But let me say, I take all this.
Oh my God. Let's say something, but I'm not gonna say that right now.
I wish I could put the jade emoji in here.
Jade, we love your emoji. Which one?
Don't push your luck.
No, I'm being genuine, Jade.
There's a huge reason why I gave a certain emoji.
Express yourself, girl.
Period.
You have to decode your
Yeah,
emoji.
not gonna happen. Thanks.
All right.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. No, I'm with you, Ida. Ooh.
I just want to say all 3 of your speeches touched me in one way or another.
Thank you, Cheryl.
Cheryl.
I appreciate you, Cheryl.
Yeah, I was gonna say too, that's why I came on camera by accident. Yeah, you guys all did awesome. Oh my God, Rafi, you really impressed me with your speech. I think it goes back to like the AI thing when we did it, and you do like research and use citations, and you were like doing research, like quoting things, and the whole real life thing. I think it's really relatable with people in orgs because it's like, oh, I'm out to dinner. Who's messaging you? Get off the chat. Like when you're out to dinner and you like send your chat, like whether it's Facebook or Skype, like stop doing it all the time, you know? But when you're in an org, I feel like not this one is a little different, but sometimes when you're in like a regular, not mini org, you kind of feel like it's like all the time you're talking to people. So I could understand when your friends are like, what the hell are you doing? Sorry, did you hear what I said? I'm going back on.
I got the gist of it. I'm good. You know, I just really like that really is my journey with orgs. I think orgs should just be fun. I don't like it took me a long time to learn that, but I'm like, orgs are both serious and not serious. It feels like the life and death in the moment. But then after you're just like that's over and done with. But you know, I really try to take lessons and try to apply them in my real life when I play an org because I'm like, they're literally such a huge part of my life. Like in like 2 weeks, I'm going to Colorado for a week to visit like my bestie who I met in org. So it's like, yeah, just like a huge part of my life.
Wait, did you say you met your best friend in Colorado from an org?
Yeah, from an org.
Awesome. That's awesome. I love to hear that. That's so cool. That's like for me what it's like about like winning is cool, but you know, when there's like not real like money and stuff
Ida,
involved.
you think you can mute yourself so that I can hear what they're saying?
Sorry, I was gonna say it's about making new friends, which is cool, you know, and like that's cool.
Hello, everybody. So going to give you guys a little rundown on how this is going to work. Oh, I hear an echo. All right. So we have deliberated, and what is going to happen now is one of you is about to win the final lesson of the season. The person that wins the final lesson of the season will advance to the final two. They will have their last chance to plead to us why they should win. The other two will have to fight for their spot and one last time go down to detention and tell us why they should also be in the final two. Now, y'all did not make this easy. But ultimately, the person that wowed us the most and that will be going to the final two of Baddies DH1 is, congratulations, Rafi. You are the winner of the final lesson of Baddies DH1, and you will get a chance to tell us why you deserve to be our first ever graduate. How are you feeling?
Honestly, I feel like I could cry. Thank you so much for choosing me. I put a lot of myself in that speech, and I'm glad it was so well received.
You really did a heck of a job. So headmasters, I need you guys to step forward. So Ida and Mark, quite the contemptuous too. This is your guys' opportunity to tell us why you should be in that final spot. So leave everything on the table. We're going to be looking at everything you guys have done this season, your performance in the lesson tonight, and we're going to have to make our choice. So I'm just going to open the floor for you guys.
All right. I should stay here because I myself have been changing, and I'm so proud of myself, honestly, because from the past things that people would say to me, I would have reacted, and I have not. The challenges have been hard on me because I'm dyslexic. I don't tell people that, but I try so hard. And I think I did good. And I'm not gonna lie, this game makes me want to go back to school and finish college. In this game, I changed my behavior. And with Mark, he came for my weight last live. And I was trying to figure out why he come for my weight, because you guys gave us all the opportunity to say why such and such person should go home, who you want to go home and why. And he feels the need to call me out my name and call me, like, come for my fat. And he wanted me to apologize for saying his name, a reason why I think he should go home. But during this whole game, when I've been changing, I've been trying to show people that I'm better, but everybody kept coming at me because I already have a bad reputation. He would always call out my name to put me in the bottom. Not one time did I ask him for an apology, and not one time did I play victim when he called my name. And I just wanted to bring that up because I'm changing, and I don't know if he tried to get a reaction out of me, but that's it. And I really think I should stay because I tried. Oh my God, I tried. I don't even know what to say right now. I tried so hard. And I'm going to continue fighting. I seen myself change, doing better, and the challenges too. I was surprised because people was telling me I wasn't doing good. And I was like, okay, let me try harder. And I tried harder. I won the last competition, and I was so proud of myself for winning it. And even though I didn't get through with this competition, I still feel like I did a very great job.
All right. Well, I guess it's my turn. Let's address a couple of the elephants in the room. The first being that, Ida, you're frustrated that I came for your weight, but you ignored all of the things that were said before that, as well as the very next day, that morning, I sent you an apology in the house chat that everyone saw, that I said, hey, you know, that was overstepping boundaries. You know, everybody makes mistakes, understandably, because I mean, considering you started this game calling people out of their name, saying derogatory things, and that's your whole apologize. So I've done the same thing. So, but also you said you didn't name at the bottom. That's because you, almost every time you went in the bottom, the only 5 judges said they weren't people. But it wasn't just one. It was Ida. It was Ida. It was Ida. So you were saved by luck alone. The fact that 2 people didn't go home. And the reason I was upset that you said my name is because you didn't have a valid reason. If someone were to ask you right now, what was your reason for putting Mark in the bottom 2 times? You would say it was being quiet. That's not a relevant reason. You said it was because I didn't have a backstory. The principals and everybody else said that wasn't a relevant reason. So 2 times you sent me into the bottom with no relevant reason. So absolutely, I'm gonna stand my ground when I don't deserve to be in the bottom and my name doesn't deserve to be said. Debbie went home, unfortunately, because she deserved to go home. A different thing about it, but I did, Rafi did, the principals did, because she went home. And so you just gaslight me to say that I've come off as a rude person, ignore all the things that I've said, trying to reach out to you. And so I don't really attest any of that. I just wanted to touch on it because you touched on it. But now I'm going to get to the why I should go. I've been a stellar student. I've done well in all the bottom except for the last 2 times. I'm second place. Everybody's been in the bottom for just serving. I'm in the bottom. I've performed. I put my best effort. My first org. But if you put us as students next to growth, the gaslight, it unfortunately didn't as I expected it. But does that show why you should be here? I'm talking about why you deserve to be here because they didn't. So you didn't need to speak, but I've spoken to. Otherwise, I deserve. But as you can see my growth, as you can see, I started, and now I'm just as big of a personality and a baddie as anybody else here. And so I deserve to be in that top spot with Rafi.
All right, and I would like to add on that. I'm sorry, am I still echoing?
It's okay now. It's just when you're not talking, just try to mute because it cuts out other people's audio.
All right.
But you sound fine when you're talking.
All right. And I would like to add on, Mark had no plans on apologizing to me until I approached him in the main chat. I was like, so Mark, you talked about my fat last night because I said my reason of why you should go home and you mad about it. And I'm going to talk to the principals and they're going to know that you called me out my name over that. And he was like, oh, well, I'm sorry. No, you're not. He was not going to apologize if I had not said anything about it. That's when he apologized.
To the principals.
And I'm getting interrupted. I didn't interrupt you while you were speaking.
Right.
Also, I realized a lot of people say good looks do not get you far, but this is not the case in this game. His good look kept him away from trouble. Nobody tried him. Nobody came at him sideways because had they did, y'all would have seen the real side of Mark. He would have snapped back. But just because he have good looks, nobody tried him. They all wanted to be his friend, all wanted him. And that was his game plan, just to come in, look good, and that's it. Me, I came in strong. Bad. And I almost got expelled on the first day for my attitude. This whole game is to change your behavior. And that's what I've done. I've been respectful, and I changed my attitude. Usually, I would not be respectful, and I'm proud of myself for that. And I feel like I really do deserve to be on the top 2 over Mark.
So I don't deserve to be in the top 2 because I'm pretty and likable. That was so you pivoted from your first one about the backstory, and now you're at, I shouldn't be in the top because I'm pretty and likable, is the argument that you're deciding to go with at this time? Just to clarify.
No, sir, you didn't hear me all the way. I was letting them know, had anybody tried you, they would have seen the real side of you.
Oh, okay.
But just because everybody in the game,
Well, I do want to.
nobody wanted to fight with you, and that's why you got here.
I do want you to just clarify, Ida. So, what do you mean when you say that, like, about him being a good looking?
Because everybody in the game was just calling him good looking. Oh, I want to be with you. So everybody was in his inbox being nice to him. Nobody tried to cause any commotion with this man. I put saying I wanted him in the box. In the game earlier came for him, they would have seen that real side of him today. Over me saying I want him in the bottom, and I never came at him wrong when he put me in the bottom so many times. But when I want to put him in the bottom, I got to apologize and I got to get called out my name. That's all I'm saying.
Tyler, Crystal, do you guys have anything you want to ask them?
I have one question, a little unrelated, but it's been popping up here and there. Jade, why do you keep thumbing down Ida?
I have my personal reasons I do not wish to say at this time. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. That's all I wanted to ask you.
Okay, so I need to know. I know you touched on pretty much things. So I want to ask you this, Ida. Why do you think I should send Mark home tonight? Why do you think Mark shouldn't be in the top 2 if I had to pick? What picture
you haven't really because there's like you really haven't seen the real side of Mark. He's been putting on the show for you guys.
But I want to know how.
And last night you got to see a little bit of it when
Okay.
I didn't hear it.
Your audio cut out about halfway through.
Yo, Tyler.
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Yeah, you said how? How what?
Like, how you're saying, like, we haven't got to see it. Like, how? Like, what is he doing?
Like, nobody, y'all didn't see how he would react if anybody came at him. And I came at him, not really came at him, I would just put him at the bottom. And he got offended real bad to where he had to call me out my name. Nobody came at Mark during this game. And you guys have not got to see how he reacted to somebody coming at him.
Okay. No further questions, Philip. Well, Mark, actually, I'll ask this. Mark, why do you think Ida should not get to the top 2? Like, if I had to pick tonight, why do you think Ida should not be in the top 2?
She's definitely been in the bottom the most, and that shows consistently not growing, just consistently barely making it by. She does poorly in the challenges, which may not attest to her, but it's a game. comes into effect. You have to put the game with also your quote unquote growth. I don't feel like she's made much of any change. She's gaslighting me as much as she possibly can right now. To say that you know another facet of me and you've met me 2 weeks ago, I've never even played an org before. How do you know me and my facets and my personality and who I am? You have no idea who I am. So you can't speak on me. You can't speak of what side they haven't seen. If it's a side I haven't shown them, it's a side I haven't shown them. So they can't judge on it because they've never seen it. We're not going to base your word on it because you don't know me. And so I should definitely win because I've consistently done amazing. I've grown as a person. I've been able to stand my ground and speak for myself and do it eloquently. And when I do make a mistake, I'm big enough to apologize for it. And whether you think it was done just because the principal's new, I said in front of the principal, because anything I'll say in front of anybody, I'll say in front of anybody, because I'm not scared to say it in front of anybody. But I am man enough and student enough to realize what I've done, apologize for it, and move forward as an adult would. I'm not going to keep dwelling on what you did before, when she did this to me. They apologized, get over it. We're grown. The end.
I would like to say I was in the bottom all this time because I was seen as an easy target because of my reputation. There was a challenge where they had to choose who changed the most since day one. And only one person said me, and that was Cody. And I was shocked, and the judges were mad because Will went home over the unfairness because nobody was playing fairly. They was playing with emotions. And I already had a team. Nobody was talking to me at that time either. So I was put at the bottom because nobody wanted to talk to me. Nobody wanted to associate with me. And when that was brought up, that's when everybody started talking to me. And that's when I felt like, okay, now I'm going to start playing the game. Now I can play the game. And I did get better after that. I had people to talk to. Not having nobody to talk to makes me feel useless.
You made yourself unapproachable at the beginning of the game when you argued with Keon and were saying such nasty things. Who would want to reach out to you? Because we were all scared you were going to come for us just as hard as you came from him. So you put up your own target, own back, making yourself unapproachable. Would want to walk
and I want
scared of you. And then when the judges said that they saw a different side of you, we were all like, oh, is there another side? Because we've only seen her be aggressive towards people in this house chat. So when they said that, we took a chance on their dime and we all reached out to you and everybody started making clear connections. But don't disconstrue that. I mean, you were arguing very aggressively in the house chat, saying very crazy out of box stuff at the beginning of the show. And so that didn't make you someone warm and approachable. As you said, I'm somebody it was easy for me to talk to everybody because I was in no drama and I was nice to people.
All right, and I would like to pinpoint what you said.
Great.
I never started with what's his name? I forgot his name. You said it. What's his name? You just said his name.
Yeah, Keon.
I never started with Keon first. What I used to do back in the day, when somebody would start with me, I would go 10 times worse at them. And y'all made it seem like I went at him. When I first joined, all I said was Constance was fake, watch out for him. Then Keon came at me. You can scroll up and you can see. I reacted off of how Keon came at me. And I wasn't the only person he came at. He came at multiple people. I just came back at him 10 times worse because he was being disrespectful to me when nobody was talking to him. I just wanted to point that out.
Yeah, we understand where it was coming from. We didn't say you started it. I'm just saying somebody coming in, brand new, a bunch of people who may not know you, you going, saying these 10 times terrible things that you're saying, you said to somebody, that's intimidating. Nobody's going to want to talk to you. If they see that, if they make a mistake or maybe say something that would make you angry, you would come 10 times harder than them. Keon's was on purpose. Somebody like Debbie said that hers was on mistake, but she still got chastised for making a mistake. And so it makes you someone who's not somebody like me.
What happened with Debbie?
When she genuinely didn't think what it was and you thought it was her, maybe. but it was just her genuinely not thinking that it. She thought you were joking. So that
I didn't say she was making fun of me. I just said I was skeptical. I can't even fucking pronounce the word. To tell her what I did because I knew she wouldn't believe me from the start. And then when I told her, look, she didn't believe me. So I'm not understanding where your argument is coming from.
because
it doesn't make sense. Everything you're saying doesn't make sense.
You're right. Everything that I just said doesn't make sense. So we're gonna leave it to the principal.
All right.
Okay. Yeah.
Do any of you have anything else that you want to add in there?
Yes, I would like to say I really do think I deserve to be on the top 2. This game really changed a lot in me, and I'm taking everything into consideration in my personal life.
I do have one last question I want to ask each of you. And it's just going to be based off of what I've seen as kind of the cons that are against each of you. So my first question is going to go to Mark. If you had to redo the whole game over again, what do you think is something that you would do different?
I would take that step and I would reach out to Ida first. I would talk to her and try to get on, just understand her as a person instead of being, intimidated and scared because she said that it made her feel alone at the beginning of the game. And I feel like if this was a tension that I could have originally avoided by reaching out, that was my fault on being, nervous of what people would potentially think of me speaking with her or what would come of me speaking to her. It would have just been maybe a better play out of where we are right now and how our interactions happen if I would have taken that first initiative step. Other than that, I played a fabulous game.
And then my question to Ida is going to be, if you could restart the game and change how you entered the game, how would you enter the game this time?
I would have entered the game by saying, hi, housemates or classmates. I would have been nicer. I wouldn't have came for constant. I would have been nicer, a lot nicer. I would have came in there, hey, how y'all doing? I would have tried to get to know everybody. Because versus how I came in, I was like, oh, Constance fake this and that. And then people start coming at me for saying it, and I just went after them. And that was a mistake, and I did learn my lesson that night when you guys expelled me.
Okay. Ida, Mark, we are going to discuss who will be advancing to the end. I do want to ask one last question. I want Rafi to step forward.
Hello.
Rafi, if you were in our position, who do you believe deserves to sit beside you in the final 2?
Do you want an explanation or just a name?
I would love an explanation.
I don't envy your position, judges. I really don't. I think they both have such strong stories to me. Ida, I think, definitely has changed the most, even if some people still dislike Ida. I've grown to really like Ida. Like, I think Ida has changed. And Jade, you can keep thumbing me down, but like from what I've seen, Ida just sort of stands up, like she's fighting to win. That's what she wants to do. Like that's why she's coming at Mark like this, because she wants to get into that final 2. She wants it. And I think she has changed. On the other hand, Mark, consistently a great guy. Like I love talking to Mark. I love interacting with Mark. Like he's just so, like I can really see me and Mark being friends, like in real life, because we're just so similar. And he's done really well in the challenges. He's consistently like just always been so nice to people usually. And I do want to say that I kind of agree with Ida here in sort of like I think some of her bottom placements were not deserved. Definitely. I think people just put her in there because she's an easy vote. So I think if I had to pick someone, oh my God, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. All right. Give me like 30 seconds and I'll just say a name. Okay. I'm sorry, I like you both a lot, and this is so hard, but I think Mark would be the final two.
Okay. Thank you all. We are going to head to the breakout room and we are going to discuss. We will be back.
Rafi, don't be upset.
No, because genuinely, I was like, I came into this, oh, we're final three. They're going to choose one of us to be the winner. You know what I mean? Like a survivor situation. Because I genuinely, Ida, I genuinely really like you. I've grown to really like you. Like, obviously, that first night left a sour taste. But as I've gotten to know you, as I've seen your change, like, I see it, Ida. I see your growth. I really do. But I just think Mark has just done consistently well in this competition. That's all.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be final 3 too. Oh my God, is this really going to go
like
off?
What'd you say, Debbie?
No, I said I thought they were picking from the final 3 too. Is this going to go all night? You guys have another challenge?
Yeah, we got. I think the final 2 got to give another speech.
Wait, I don't remember. Whatever. I'm not gonna forget it. I was gonna ask.
No, say it.
I don't remember. Was I on that live when you guys were, when I got eliminated, when you and Mark were arguing? Like, when did he go for your weight? I don't remember that. Or was
that was after you had left, Debbie.
Okay, because I was like, I don't remember that. Okay. Because I was like, I didn't hear it, but I guess it must have been after I left. Got it.
I'm sweating right now. This is hot. This is hot to be in. My room's normally hot.
And I don't remember you saying Constance was fake. I thought Keon started that.
No, I did. If y'all scroll up, I'm gonna scroll up, but I don't think I could screenshot and send it to y'all.
Oh.
But I said that first. That's the first thing I said when I walked in the chat.
Oh, I thought Keon was, because he was like hardcore. That's why the whole thing happened with me and Keon, because I stuck up for Constance, and that's why he called me Enough is Enough, because he was the one who kept sending the pictures. I thought it came from him.
No, it was Ida.
Okay.
Oh, what pictures? No, okay. First of all, I didn't make no pictures.
No,
Keon
I know he made them and blamed it on you, of the pictures of him.
We'll discuss that at the reunion, ladies.
Okay.
Yeah, but Debbie, Keon did come for me after I said that about Constance. First, Keon was like, oh, Ida, please don't come at me like that, like you do Constance. And then next thing you know, he started coming at me. I was like, damn, you just told me not to come for you.
Oh.
I have a sharp memory. I'll go screenshot it too.
So that's why we always thought, well, I can't speak for other people. I always thought you and Keon were working together in the beginning, and that was like kind of an act. Like, I thought when you said, what's his name, Keon, and you didn't remember his name, I was like, I thought you were working with him from the beginning.
No, I wasn't working with him.
Or maybe Lydia was, and they were against you. I don't know.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. I wasn't working with nobody. Nobody asked me to work with them.
Oh, I thought, okay, so
like the day before Cody got eliminated, he asked me to work with him. That's the only person who asked. And then the next day he got eliminated, and I was like, damn, I'm back by myself again.
Okay, that makes sense why he stuck up for you then. Wait, so Lydia, were you Was Lydia working? I don't know. I thought because you, Lydia, and Keon were arguing. I don't know. Maybe Lydia was working with Keon. I don't know.
I don't know. I wasn't working with Lydia at all.
Okay.
I don't even think I messaged her.
Okay. I was still confused why everyone thought Constance was fake, but I guess we could save that.
I wish Constance was here to say why.
Yeah, I hate talking about it without him because I don't think he's fake, but I actually really like Constance, but I don't know, something must have happened in the past.
No, it was me. I had confused Constance for Jenny, and I always done that. I've been confusing them for 5 years now.
For Jenny?
Because I wasn't, for Jenny. I meant to say Jenny is fake because Jenny like the whole fake games and Reddit.
Oh.
Stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah, because when I'll save it for the reunion about the
And
pictures.
I did apologize for Constance for that. I was like, oh my God, Constance, I don't know why I keep saying your name.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, everyone knew Keon. Yeah, we'll save it for the reunion. Because that's why, wait, was it the first night that Cody and I said you and Keon were working together, or was it Lydia and Keon? I think it was you and Keon we thought were working together.
Debbie,
No,
can
we're not
you
allowed
stay
to
on
talk
mute, then, please? Yeah.
We have a reunion.
Damn, it's so much more I want to say to them. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Damn, I wanted to say, yeah, Mark been good this whole time in Baddies, so why he's here? I thought Baddies was for the bad ones that needed to change. If he been good the whole time, he didn't need to be in Baddies.
Well,
right?
I didn't cast myself.
What?
I didn't cast myself. I was asked to be on here. So how you gonna tell me that I've been too good? I didn't ask to be here. I didn't know.
No, you just said everybody was saying that you've been good throughout the whole thing. You've been doing good.
That's why I was
But
just
that's
like,
the case. Why you on Baddies? Because that's not the point of this show. That's all. That's all I was saying.
no, that's why I was like, I felt I had no idea. Once the premise was, I was like, the first day when everybody was getting the interview.
Who's on iPhone?
I think that's Will.
That's Will?
Well, it sounded like Will.
Wait, can I speak?
No, you can't. Not yet. Gotta wait for the mini reunion after we find out who the winner is. Have my laptop.
Rafi gonna win.
Well, thank you for thinking that.
I'm excited though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's so tense right now. I wish I had McDonald's. Sheila McDonaldly, you forgot my Big Mac sauce. Oh.
Since there's no production here, congrats, Rafi. Congrats.
Aw.
I said congrats.
Ah.
House of Winter.
No, I'm not gonna claim any victory yet. You know, there's still, I don't know. I'm just nervous. Can't believe I'm so shy. Now you're saying shy, Rafi. They're talking a long time in there though.
I know, girl. It's too long. We already know you won. I'm like, what y'all even deliberating for?
Oh, here comes Keisha. Keisha, are they almost done?
I know, love. I'm over here with y'all. I'm not over there. I don't know what's going on.
Okay. I thought you left. Oh, here they come.
Oh, I got kicked out, but now I'm back.
Hello, everybody. Can you guys hear me?
Stupid idiot.
Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm gonna put on something more presentable.
Wow.
So I would just like to say before we make the decision that we really had to debate for this. We were very split on who we were going to put in the end, and for very good reason. We feel like there's a lot of pros and cons with you guys, with both of you. So I'm going to ask Queewell and Tyler, without giving away anything, to just briefly say what went into your decision. So I will start with Tyler.
Well, first of all, congratulations to you both. What went into my decision for choosing basically goes with the entire season. For my decision, it just showed that this person had some great qualities I liked about them and that I enjoyed about them. So that's what went into my decision. Yeah.
Queewell.
Hi, congratulations to all of you. I think you should all be really, really proud because honestly, I think all three of you had really, really great reasons of why you could have taken it home and really grabbed the Baddies crown for yourself. I think at the end of the day, you are both very, very different players. So when we're weighing the scales, it's incredibly hard to figure out which thing do you value more. And I think both of you contributed amazing things to this game. You were both hilarious. You both really did well and shown yourself in the challenges. So regardless of what happens, I think the person that we're sending through, well, because it was really hard. It was really hard. Good luck to all of you guys, for real.
All right. Hi, y'all. So, Ida and Mark, what went into my decision as the only remaining person from the original principal's office, I took a lot of those meetings into account. The way that I viewed you guys, and I'm going to be honest, I did not take anything from previous seasons into account because I want to be fair to all three of you. So I looked at how each of you changed from the start and where you guys are at the end point. I took into account the lessons. Not only just your performance, but how you guys changed your approach in each lesson. Maybe what you learned from the previous lesson and brought it into that next one. And ultimately, I was really trying to think about who should represent this season and who should face off against Rafi. And it was a really split decision. And I wish that I could just crown all of you guys first triple crowning ever. but ultimately the principal's office, the faculty have decided to push forward into the final two. Ida. Ida, congratulations. You will be advancing to the final two of Baddies DH1. But I gotta say, Ida, the reason why you're in that final is because coming into a lot of the nights that we had with you this season, we had a lot of expectations of what we thought from you. We thought, oh, she's gonna pop off. Oh, she's gonna be disrespectful. Oh, she's not gonna be able to live up. And though I do think you have some weaknesses, there's been things throughout the season. There's been similar lessons where you've fumbled and you've improved upon them. And I feel like the game is not really about, being a superstar, perfect, but being able to improve. And I feel like that's really where you shined. And it's going to be a tough battle for you going up against Rafi. You really need to prove yourself if you're going to get that title. But I think you do deserve a shot in the end. And ultimately that was what the faculty had decided. Mark, I got to be honest, from the first day, I thought that you had this title. I really did. You have proven yourself to be one of the strongest competitors in the franchise. You were great in pretty much every lesson that you came to. If I was voting based on who I think played most strategically strong game, motherfucker, it would be you. And I'm telling you, if you ever go and play an org, another game outside of this, you're gonna fucking win. There's a lot of things that
This was a shitty ending, so I'm not voting. I abstain. Thank you.
Okay, well, Jenny, you don't have
Jenny, shut the fuck up.
How about you shut the fuck up, cunt?
Okay,
Eat my
anyways,
shit.
Peanut Gallery, this is Mark's moment, so shut the fuck up. Thank you. There's a lot of things that the public didn't see from you that I saw, and you were super fucking smart. And that did not come into my vote at all or anyone else's vote, but man, you are so good social, you're so good strategic, you're so good physical, and like it breaks my heart to not be able to give you this win. But I just think for me, the one thing that went against it was when it came to the principal's office. I wish I had seen this side of you that we're seeing in the last like 3 episodes. I just wish I got to see your personality a little bit more. But I really hope you don't hate me for this vote. But I love you so much, and I'm so sorry. So is there anything that you want to say before you go?
I understand. It's a little bittersweet. I feel like I am going out with nothing but praises as I've gotten all season. And as you've expressed, it's not about being perfect. It's about growing, even though I was cast by the same judges to be in a show about growth. But everyone knew that I didn't have a story prior to. So I came in with a giant handicap and made it all the way to the end for being excellent, and then got knocked out by somebody who is making progress, which is fine. That's fine. I mean, I know that if we were playing any other game, it's sad to say I will win. It's just not about growth. So what it's saying is that I made it to the top, being great at everything. And the reason I didn't win is because I didn't have anything to work on. So to say that I'm going out the baddest bitch with nothing to work on, I mean, I can't really say that I'm all that sad losing to somebody who started at ground 0 and she's at ground 2.0. But I started at the top, stayed at the top, went home in the top. So, sounds like a baddie to me.
I would agree. Absolutely. So thank you, Mark, so much. And thank you so much for playing. Seriously.
Okay,
Raffi and Ida. Wow, I do not think anybody would have predicted this final two.
I did.
Jenny girl, if you're not gonna cooperate with this finale, girl, go. Like, let these two have their moment. Thank you. Anyways, so for you two, there's gonna be one last chance for you guys to plead to us why you should win, and then we're gonna make our decision. I do want to hear from the Peanut Gallery one last time before we make our decision, but first I do want to give you guys your chance to say what's on your mind. So Raffi, since you won the final lesson, I'm gonna let you decide. Should you go first or should I go first?
Oh, I don't know. Hold on. Ida, heads or tails?
Tails.
Hey Siri, flip a coin. It's heads. All right, I guess I'll go first. It's heads. All right. Hello, judges. Okay. Coming into this game, I'm just as shocked as you guys are that I'm here. Because coming into this game, I really wanted to show my growth. I really wanted to show my change, but I wasn't really sure how to. I mean, I've gone to the principal's office plenty of times and expressed, like, what do you guys want to see from me? And, you know, I decided very early on that I just needed to be different from season 9 Raffi. I needed to be more quiet, more internal, more keeping to myself than actually actively going out and like trying to be strategic or social. I let people come to me. And that's very clear from the outset. A lot of the time, I never started conversation. I never even started one-on-ones with people for the most part. I literally let people come to me and then got to know them, socialize. I was very friendly the entire time. In the lessons, I was always consistent. I was always high. In fact, you know what? One last time, let's draw on my wall. If I were to describe my growth this season, I would say, like, if this is like the graph, I started around here and I just kept going up. In comparison to season 9, I think it's very evident my differences, but I want to make something clear that I had said earlier in this live that yes, I got to final 2 in season 9 by being my obnoxious, loud villain self. However, I think I've demonstrated my capabilities, my strength in orgs, my change, because I was able to get to final 2 again by being kinder, friendlier, just more not loud, not boisterous. I was completely different, but I still got here. And you know what? It's poetic irony that I managed to just again sneak out that final challenge win, you know, just really like just put my all into it and just be able to take it. And you know, I was up against really strong contenders like Mark and Ida. Honestly, I pictured this was the final 3 since final 10, because or at least Ida and Mark would be here because they are super strong in this game. They embody a lot of the qualities that you want in a winner of this game, but I think I do as well. I think I've demonstrated I've stayed out of drama. I stayed out of most of the drama. I never really got into public fights. People liked me. I'm sure. I mean, Ida can confirm or deny, and Mark can confirm and deny. But I'm sure if given the opportunity, if they were to take someone to final 2, I would have been in final 2. Like, no matter what had happened tonight, I have a strong feeling that I would have been in final 2 if the judges had to choose, if Ida or Mark had to choose. I just feel like I had a strong showing this whole season. Every challenge I put 110% in. I edited the video, even though it wasn't winning. I definitely think I edited the video. I showed out in the debate with my research. I gave a great speech. Blaine liked me enough to send me to the second round in the date. Like, I just think I've been so strong and so consistent and so good as like a student by keeping to myself more. And so I think I'm most emblematic of what you want in a winner in this season, because I embody all of the good qualities that a baddie can be. I've harnessed my baddie energy into a positive force, both here and in my real life. And yeah, that's all I have to say. Ida, go ahead.
Okay, so I came into this game wilding. I was wilding. And after that, I was like, you know what? I do need to chill out. After the headmasters told me I was eliminated, it was a fake round. I was crying. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I was crying. I was like, why can't I ever get far in these? And I had that, and I'm like, you have got such attitude. You cannot go around like this, or nobody will like you. With Cheryl, I think it was just Cheryl at the moment that was messaging me, and then she left it, and I was like, nobody really want to talk to me. I didn't even do anything wrong to this lady. It did hurt my feelings, and I did start giving up. I was giving up. The challenge I would say I did not try in was the bait challenge. I felt like it don't even matter if I try, because they just gonna keep sending me in the bottom. I might as well just go home. It was another wake up call to keep pushing and not to give up when they sent Anthony home over me. Cause I honestly thought I was going home that night. When Anthony left, people started realizing, oh, we're not talking to Ida. She's really trying to change. We should give her a second chance. That's why I put in my commissioning speech, people deserve a second chance. And I really did deserve them second chance because I did come off strong. I was hurting people's feelings, and I'm sorry about that. After that, I was like, you know what? I ain't gonna give up too easy. I'm gonna keep fighting. And from that point on, I was trying my best. I was fighting, just trying my best. Sometimes my best wasn't enough, and sometimes it was. And I was just fighting. And I want to continue fighting. I want to continue to keep doing good. And I really think I deserve this win a lot, so much. I don't even know what to say right now. Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. It's a lot. It's just I was just trying not to cry when Refi was saying his speech. Kind of like, damn. And this game it's taught me a lot. I taught when the headmasters or the principals would give us advice on things, I took it into consideration. I was like, oh, y'all right. And I would try my best to do what you guys said. And I enjoyed this game. I enjoyed it. If I win or not, Refi, he did a damn good job. I ain't gonna lie. He did his thing. And I'm proud of him. Thank you.
I'm extremely proud of you too, Ida. Honestly, I was cheering up a little listening to your speech too. Honestly, judges, you have two amazing winners here. One of whoever you pick will be an amazing winner. Before you guys ask us questions, I assume you're gonna ask us questions. I started the night with a poem, so I'm gonna end the night with a poem. I am running into a new year, and the old years blow back like a wind that I catch in my hair, like strong fingers, like all my old promises, and it will be hard to let go of what I said to myself about myself when I was 16 and 26 and 36, even 36. But I am running into a new year, and I beg what I love and I leave to forgive me. I just wanted to say that because I feel like me and Ida both are running into a new era of our org careers. I really think this is a culmination moment. This really does feel like a graduation, but thank you guys so much.
So I'm gonna do something a little different. So obviously, the eliminated people are not deciding the winner. We are deciding the winner. But this season has really been all about how you guys have interacted with those people. And even though they are no longer in the game, that's going to be something that weighs heavily on our mind. So I am going to give the opportunity to each eliminated player to step forward and ask you guys a question, give a statement, whatever they'd like to. I'm going to ask that they be respectful, but I'm going to be looking at how you guys answer. So, Ginny, you can step forward.
I'm not stepping forward. Sorry, the game's rigged. The end.
Okay.
Dylan, can he go? I mean, can she go? Can she
I
go?
just removed
Thank you.
her.
Thank you.
Girl.
And JB, if you want to follow with her too, you can go right ahead.
Girl.
We're not doing that tonight.
I promise you, if this was rigged, I wouldn't be here.
Child. Listen, after the week I've had, Jenny saying the game is rigged ain't nothing. Anyways. I've heard worse. Okay. So I believe the next person eliminated chronologically would be Will. So Will, you may please take the stage.
The game's rigged. I'm joking. I know who I want to win. All I'm just gonna say, I'm fucking dead. Fucking Ida and Rafi. You fucking people thought they weren't gonna make it, but they fucking did. You people are jealous. You people are mad. I should have been up there just saying I have that nice ass suit. Do I have a question for Ida? Ida, one question for you is why the fuck didn't you speak to me that much? Because I wanted to work with you so bad. I wanted to speak to you about all of this.
I thought I was speaking to you very good, Will, because I would talk to you and you would respond. I don't know if we had a video. I don't recall we had a video. I was pretty sad when you left too.
I had a plan, like the House of Wind Tour Alliance, best alliance in the game. All I'm saying, I didn't even have a question for Rafi just because I spoke to Rafi the most in the game. All I'm saying, Rafi should have spoken up when I was eliminated. Should have joined a train of Keon and just left the game. I'm being messy. All I can say, Jenny's gone.
Girl, if I did, I wouldn't be here.
Well, I guess that's Will's statement. So next up is going to be Lucy.
Okay. I don't think this game was ever about, oh, I wanted to work with you. I wanted to make an alliance with you. Like that, I think we're also used to those kind of games, but that's not what this was. This was an opportunity. And I was eliminated pretty early, and both the finalists held me accountable, which is why I was eliminated. So I have no ill words. The last 12 days have been full of lessons for me, full of so much pain. The man that I lost, this wasn't just my boyfriend, or this was my soulmate. This was the love of my life. Everybody knew that we were just made for each other. The way that we looked at each other, everyone saw it. But I just want to say, when people die, the first thing that happens is a lot of people have guilt. A lot of people have regret. A lot of people have things that went unsaid, things that they wish they could have done differently. Me and Blake, every single day together for the last 2.5 years was nothing but us expressing our deep love for each other, our deep admiration for each other. We would get mad at each other. We never yelled at each other. We never called each other a name. I know that he left this earth knowing exactly how much I admire and respect and adore him. And I know how much he admires and respects and adored me. Nothing was left unsaid. I have no regrets. And I'm saying this because, you know, Ida, you did come into this game, and all of us came in because we had been unkind. We didn't lead with love. We said unkind things. Be kind to each other. That's something that I've learned, but also that I did with Blake. I did every day speak to him from my highest self. And I have no regrets. And that is a blessing that I have no regrets. So I know it's easy to change for a couple of weeks or learn and then revert back. But I challenge everyone to lead with love, because anything that you think is important, anything that matters to you can be taken from you in the blink of an eye. So let's just all take this stuff and lead with love. That's it.
Lucy, I really admire you. Lucy, I just want to say, I know I called you out in this game, but I truly, genuinely think that you are a good person, that you are a kind person. I never once thought that you were ever a bad person. You deserve, like, I can't imagine.
I never took it that way. I can handle being challenged. I am a growth-oriented person. Both of you challenged me. I have no, I mean, obviously I couldn't care less about any of it now, but even then I was not angry. I was not hurt. The only thing that I can do with this tragedy is figure out how to be a better me, how to love everyone the way that I loved Blake and the way that he loved me. I was not upset when I got eliminated. Like, we have to hold each other accountable. We have to, or there's no change. And if there's no change, then what are we doing here? So
you know, Lucy, I feel your pain 100%. Oh my God. Ooh. I had a boyfriend 2 years ago, and he did kill himself in front of me. So I thought he was my soulmate. So I do feel your pain.
That's incredibly traumatic. I found Blake. I found his body. I tried to revive him. I had just woken up. I was naked. The EMTs got there and I was naked, giving him CPR, begging him to come back to me. So yes, we've all been hurt. All of us here have been hurt, which is why all of us were unkind.
And you're right, because after my boyfriend killed himself in front of me, I was thinking, you know what? I need to spread more love. I'm going to be nicer, because you never know when somebody's day is coming. You never know when they're going to pass away. And coming into the house reckless, I realized that was so foolish. And I did hurt so many people's feelings. And I don't want to be like that.
I'm glad. I just, like, regret can eat away at the soul, and I'm so lucky that I have none with Blake. And we can all be kinder. Like I said, we're all just wounded creatures doing the best that we can. And Blake, even in his addiction, he was doing the best he could. He had so much pain. We're all doing the best that we can, but just lead with love. And you always have to look at how love enters the picture. And as long as love enters the picture, then we are acting out of our highest selves. And I'm proud of both of you. And I don't know, I'm broken, but I wanted to show up because it's a good distraction for me. I have to find joy in the world now. I have to go on. And I know my pain is so, like, in the forefront right now. It's very public. Everyone knows that this happened, but I know everyone here has been wounded. And so forgiveness and grace, because we are all doing the best that we can, and just lead with love.
Lucy, thank you so much. I didn't get to see you the night that you were eliminated. However, I would like to say that what I appreciate about you is you're someone that can own your mistakes, and even in the moment, like, you can understand when things, go wrong. And even though I feel like you had more to bring to the season, I'm kind of glad you went when you did, because you were able to take the time to grieve and to mourn, and it's awful, that happened, and ugh, I just
I
think
wish you guys could have seen and met Blake and seen how much this man loved me. He loved me more than I knew a person could be loved. I was broken when he met. I was unkind, I was cruel, and he loved me back to life. And he showed me what it means to just have just an open heart. And last thing, I'm releasing all of our unreleased music. So hopefully that should be dropping in a few days. Everyone friend me on Facebook. I'll listen to all the love songs that we wrote each other and the legacy of Blake that I will spend my life, living for him and his legacy. So I just really want everyone to check out our music. And you can learn a little bit about him and about our love from the music that I'm releasing. And that would mean a lot to me.
Thank you, Lucy. Jade Wolf, if there's anything that you'd like to say, I'm going to give you the floor.
I'm gonna have half the floor. I'm just gonna piggyback off of two people here. One, I'm gonna piggyback off of Lucy here. I know what it's like to lose someone you love and hold very near and dear. I'm not gonna say who because I don't want to be made fun of, but the person that was really close to me and I care a lot about her. And I'm also going to piggyback off of Jenny from before, not now, but what she said before was, I had a feeling that Ida would make it all the way, So that's all I'm going to say. I can't talk more.
Can I just say, I don't know, Jade, what your issue with Ida is, obviously, but if it's about the pictures, Ida literally did not make those. I just want to put that out there. Yeah, that's all I want to say.
Who did make the pictures?
It was Keon.
Who do
you want me to say it quickly?
Sure.
Keon made the pictures, and some of the pictures I was giving Keon inspiration.
Okay, thank you, because that's what I thought this whole fucking time. Bruh, I knew that was what fucking happened. I was trying to tell the principal's office that whole fucking time. They didn't fucking believe me. They had a conspiracy that there was like 4 people outside the game that made a photo for y'all. I was like, bruh. Anyways, thank you for clarifying that, both of you. All right, Cheryl, step forward.
Congrats to both of you. I am so proud of you. Before I say anything, I do want to express my sincerest condolences to Lucy. All of us here in Baddies, we've got you, girl. Rafi, you and I were in season 9 together, where we tangled quite a few times. I can personally attest to the growth I have seen in your game. How you have went from being the villainous snake to being the sweet, well, schoolboy. Ida, I've watched you just in a recent season. Your fight with Stassi will go down as a legendary moment for DH1. I have seen a lot of growth from you. When I asked you if I messaged you, if you would message back, and you said yes, that was a sincere question. And I got to know and see a softer side of you that you're starting to let out. So I have seen personal growth both your games. I couldn't be prouder of everybody that played. It, from Jenny all the way up to you two. Everybody made an improvement somewhere. So all I'm going to say is best of luck to both of you. And Ida, I really do look forward to getting to talk to you more after this game is over.
And Cheryl, I just want to say, I'm so glad we patched things up. Like, I think you're a wonderful person, Cheryl. I truly do. I've seen you immediately from the outset. I saw the change in you from season 9. And I truly think you're a wonderful person. I can't wait to talk to you more after this game because.
Oh, yes, most definitely. Good luck to both of you.
Thank you, Cheryl.
Thank you.
Debbie.
Well, I almost made it, but congrats, guys. No, but seriously, in all honesty, Ida, I realized like towards the end of the game, I don't know if you realized over the weekend, I was messaging you. You were probably busy. I was busy. We didn't get to connect, but like you and I had a misunderstanding, and you were right. I definitely had preconceived notions about you that bled into the game and happened a little before the game. I mean, you were right. And I do apologize. And I think that like that was part of our misunderstanding. And I definitely liked getting to know you. I didn't realize like you have a joking manner. And that misunderstanding was me like not taking you seriously. So yeah, I think towards the end, like I definitely like worked well with you on that challenge. I feel like we could have worked well together. So congrats on making it. And like I said, I do apologize on you and I's misunderstanding because you were never like rude towards me. It was more just me like associating behavior with other things, and I shouldn't have made assumptions and associated. So yeah, so that's what I want to say. Rafi, my fellow New Jerseyan, I feel like, okay, in the beginning of the game, we didn't really talk as much and you were quiet, and then you definitely tried to stay out of the drama. I even remember with like, you kind of like pretended not to be part of all that, especially to Cheryl and when we were on the team. And I think you did a really good job of like staying out of all of it. I think you and I definitely bonded at the end. The last, that call we had, we had like an hour call that last live before I went. And I'm like, I really like Rafi. And like, even in the debate, I'm like, you impressed me. I'm like, you're like smart as hell. And so, yeah, so congrats to you both. So I guess like, I'm going to ask a question. No one else did. Everyone else said statements. Oh, and I'm also going to say this is hard to go after what Lucy did. Love you, Lucy. You know, I support you always, and I'm here for you. We're all here for you. Okay, so I guess my question is talking about what this season was about, right? Because we all worked with people, but it wasn't about that. It wasn't about strategy. It doesn't matter who was part of what. We all knew about alliances in the end. It was about like bettering yourself as an org player and as a person. And I think you both had good speeches. I really loved like I actually agree. Like I loved Rafi's speech, but I think you did a good job as well, because that's the type of person you are, more like the comical, lighthearted. So I guess my question is, aside from challenges, in terms of like staying out of the drama and bettering yourselves, how do you feel? I know you talked about it a little bit. How do you feel you stayed out of the drama more and kind of matured and grew more as like a person and an org player than the other?
Mm-hmm. Well,
to get along with everyone. Yeah.
Yeah, for me, I never got into any public call outs. I mean, Cody did try to get me involved in the whole Constance thing, but I just did. I had a rule of thumb in this game that's like, no matter what anyone says in the house chat, no matter how much they try to antagonize you, no matter how much they try to like poke you or try to make fun of you, you just don't give it energy. You don't feed into the negative energy, because otherwise it'll just we've seen it with this season where people will feed into it and then it makes them look bad. Like, I didn't want to engage with anything. I will say, I'm not gonna just sit here and be like I wasn't part of any fights. I mean, I did have a little spat with Cody in our little team chat during the podcast. I did have a little spat with him, but I took after that. I took it to DMs. I said, Cody, listen, I'm sorry I called you nasty and pushy. Like, here's why. I explained to him why I had called him that. And I think I at least reached an understanding of like where Cody was coming from. I even messaged him the next day and was like, hey, listen, like, despite our arguing, like I hope you're okay, like in your life. Like, I genuinely don't mean any ill will towards you. Like, I think you're a good person. Like, I just really didn't. I knew everyone here is a good person inside. That everyone here, that this is just a game, right? Like, we're like I said in my speech, like we all put on a mask. We're all just being more intense. So I knew at the heart of it, everyone is a good person here, and so I just wanted to keep the positive energy going.
Thank you.
Ida, you're muted.
Oh, I'm sorry. With me, I know that it's bad because I used to be a troll. I used to think it was funny. I thought I could piss people off without cussing them out. And I used to think it was the coolest thing, funny, until I got in here. I thought I was going to troll you guys, piss y'all off. And then I was like, you know what? No, because just like how the principals hurt my feelings, I was just thinking, I was like, I know I'm hurting their feelings and I need to stop because I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I don't want anybody looking at me different. I don't want anybody not talking to me. That did hurt my feelings the most when nobody was talking to me. I wasn't working with anybody. Nobody wanted to work with me except Cody. He came to me the day before he got evicted. And we really didn't get to work with each other. He got evicted the next day after asking if I wanted to work with him. And in this game, I changed my attitude a lot. Thanks to Lucy, I don't think I'm ever gonna be trolling again. Because after my boyfriend died and killed himself in front of me, I told myself that I wasn't gonna be mean anymore because people have feelings too. And you don't know when that last day is going to be. So I'm like, dang, I need to change. I'm changing. People are real. Feelings are real. And I hope I continue to be a good person.
You already are, Ida.
Well, love for both you guys. Honestly, I feel like at the end of the game, like I said, we put differences aside, got to know you guys, and I'm glad I got to know you guys. So congrats.
Thanks, Debbie. All right, Tyler and Crystal, I think we should all step forward. So the way that I really want to address this final talk with you guys is I think that the three of us should be honest about where we're leaning on who we're voting to give the win and what we need to hear from the other person for what we need to hear from you guys in order for you to win our votes over. So I guess what I'm going to say for me is I feel like Raffi, you've been really great when it comes to the lessons, and that's where you excel more than Ida. And Ida, I feel like where you excel is the change, the behavior change, that aspect of it. So I feel like what I need to hear from you guys is I'll start with Raffi. Raffi, what do you think is a part of yourself that changed from the start of the game to the end of the game?
All right. I had a moment to think. Sorry. I believe so at the start of the game, I mean, obviously everyone knows now I was in an alliance with Will and Keon. And honestly, that was probably some of like me treading old ground. Like I was part of like the Mean Girls Alliance. You know what I mean? Like let's be honest, we were bitchy. So I felt like I was falling back into old habits. However, after Will and Keon had left, it was a wake-up call that wasn't going to work in this game, that wasn't going to fly, that I just needed to be my authentic, real, kind self. And so that's what I did from then on. I didn't work, despite what some people may think, I didn't work with anyone else after that point. I literally made no alliances. I just was friendly to people. I just got to know people. I heard people out when they wanted to call with me. I heard out their opinions and their perspectives. And so I really just wanted, after Keon Will left, to just really change my approach. Like, let's not do alliances. Let's just be social, you know, like, let's not be strategic. Let's just be social, and like, let's just be friendly, and let's just be, you know, good to each other. And that's what I really tried to change in terms of from the start of the game to the end of the game. And I feel like as the game went on, I got more outspoken and I got friendlier. I feel like I've made some good bonds here.
Thank you. Ida, when it came to the lessons, how do you feel you improved as the weeks went on, from week 1 all the way till the final lesson?
From week 1, I don't think I tried. I did try my best, but I wasn't being heard. And from me not being heard, I did stop trying around the time with the baits, because I'm like, I'm not being heard. People keep saying I'm not doing anything, and I'm trying. And I was like, forget it. Nobody's talking to me, so why try? When they start talking to me, that's when I was like, you know what? I'm gonna keep trying. I'm gonna push it. I'm in this game by myself. I have nobody really. I didn't have a alliance. I ain't had no teammate to rely on. I had nobody. The only person I really kind of had was Reffy. He would have my back when people would lie. He would have my back, and I really appreciate him for that. And with the challenges, I started to push myself to do better. I'm like, I'm gonna try my best. If my best not enough, I'm gonna just try harder next round. And I've been proving that. I've been trying my best every round since that round.
And can I say something?
Yeah.
I just want to say, the reason I defended you was because that was immediately after Will and Keon left, and I was like, like, people are still playing this alliance shit and are still trying to throw Ida under the bus, even though she has changed. So I was like, I have to step in because no one seemed to be speaking out for you. So I just wanted to say it. Like, again, I kind of obsessed with you, Ida. I'll be honest.
Thank you. And I appreciate you for that. I was like, dang, somebody really gonna step up for me? Cause I ain't know what to say. I get tongue tied and I just stay quiet. I'm like, might as well not say nothing. And I really appreciate you for standing up for me. Thank you.
All right, Quiwol, what you thinking, Baddies?
So my question is going to go to the both of you. Out of all the lessons, was there anything that you guys learned and then later applied? And if so, like, what's your example of doing that?
Sorry, could you repeat the question?
So, like, out of all the lessons, was there anything that you think that you learned from it and then later applied either into another lesson or how you approach things? And if so, like, do you have an example of doing that?
Okay, I guess I'll go first again. So I think from the debates on was really when I was like, oh, wow. Like, when the debates happened, I was nervous. I'll be honest. I was nervous. But I was like, I have these skill sets from my school experience. And I was like, I can really apply it here. But then I got the critique that maybe I talk too much. Like, I'm still over talking, similar to Debbie. Even in the dates, I was like, Jimmy said that, oh, I would have been the bottom if she had chosen because I was talking too much. So during the podcast challenge, I was like really, really trying in the podcast to make sure I said things succinctly. If you notice, I would cut myself off. I tried really hard to just make 1 or 2 sentences, get a joke here and there, and really try to give people their space to talk and like not overpower them. And then I think I also demonstrated that in this speech, because I think I was expecting like a 13-minute speech from myself, but I was impressed. I got it out, I think, in under 10 minutes. And it was roughly the same as Mark's speech. And I really did learn how to just say my point without needing to over explain myself.
That was this lesson, the debate. You guys said you guys weren't asking any questions back. And I took that into consideration because a lot of people would like for you to question them back, like, oh, this and that. And when we had the relationship challenge, or I don't think it was a relationship, it was like to talk about, was that it? It was like 2 challenges where we had to.
It was a date.
Yeah, and it was another one where we had to talk about relationships.
The
And I
podcast
was
challenge?
like, say that again?
I think it was the podcast where you guys talked about
The
relationships.
podcast? What's the other one? It was another one. It was another challenge, you guys, before the podcast challenge.
So
And
there
it was like,
was the debate, the blind date, the podcast, the improv. Those were the
okay, I believe it was the debate.
Mhm.
And we didn't ask any questions. And in the podcast, I was like, you know what? I'm going to ask questions this time. But I got so nervous, my anxiety go through the roof. The only question I asked was, how are you doing? How are you doing? I forgot to ask all the other questions I had planned. And another thing, with the acting, how you guys say use your background or use this or be more yourself, be more open. I took that into consideration with my speech. And I did the best I could to be more open, be myself, and try to use my surroundings, but it wasn't good. And that's it. I don't know.
Tyler.
Well, the top 2. We love to see it. We love to see it. So I'm gonna ask each of you a question. Rafi, I'm gonna go first with you. Rafi, I'm gonna do like a RuPaul thing. I want you to give advice to your season 9 Rafi. If I had a picture, I would show it to you. Give me advice to season 9 Rafi. Give some advice to season 9 Rafi.
You really want me to cry. Season 9 Rafi. You know this already, that you are a polarizing person, that people either really love you or really hate you. And for a long time, you settled for that. You settled for the friends you had, and you were like, if people are gonna hate me, they can hate me. But secretly deep down, you didn't want to be hated. You didn't want to be this person that people just looked at and laughed at. And so my advice to you would be to just let your guard down more, be more vulnerable with people. You don't have to always put on the mask. You can really get to know people in these games in your life. You don't always have to say something. You can just be the person who listens and who is a shoulder to cry on for people. And I think soon when you graduate and you go through that rough period, you're very unemployed and very depressed, that you will find safety. You will find a sanctuary. Your life will get better. And so just keep on loving yourself and just try to be more vulnerable with other people. Thank you.
Thank you, Rafi. Thank you. Miss Ida, I want you to give me advice on season 4/season 10, Ida. Give me advice. Give some advice to season 4, Ida, /season 10, Ida. Give some advice to her.
Ida, everything is not a joke. You have to take people's feelings into consideration, and it's not a joke. Listen more and talk less. Listen more and talk less. Your temper over the smallest things is not necessary. I know you are a very competitive person, but you don't have to get mean with it. You could be competitive and nice. Dang. And don't let people get under your skin to let you act out. Be a better person, do better. That's the advice I would give myself for season 4 and 2.
No further questions. Thank you so much, both of you.
Before we wrap, I did have a question from Chantel that I thought was really good. Why do you think the other person and not you should win, and why?
Easiest question I've had all night. I mean, I think I've said it throughout the night. I love Ida so much. I really think she's shown a lot of growth. I really think that the Ida day one and the Ida now is a different person. And I've grown to love her. I'm a very joking person too. I love to kiki. I love to joke around. Like, I get it. I got it immediately once we got on that call with Cody for the video. I was like, oh, she's just playing. Like, she's not. None of this is serious to her. And so I think that you've probably shown a lot of growth. And so if you were to win tonight, that would be why.
Raffy, I think you should win tonight because not one time did you have a fake bone in your body. You were not being fake. You was not trying to sweet talk anything. You came out and you even stuck up for me, and we wasn't even working together. You stuck up for so many people when you knew they was doing the right thing. And oh my God, my bad. I started to stutter. You also, what's the word I'm looking for? You also brought up the people who weren't doing their part. You made it known to, like, you not doing good either. Why you attacking this person for this and that? And you was not fake. You did good. You kept your composure. And I really think you deserve this win. Honestly, I think you deserve this win.
Okay. The judges and I are going to deliberate for one last time. I want to ask all of the eliminated players to message your production chat. Who do you think deserves to win and why? Though that is not going to be the ultimate decider, we will take that into consideration.
Dylan, not to interrupt you, but mine got deleted the other day, not by me. So you just want
I know what you're saying.
just send it to you personally.
Yeah, I don't think I have one either. I'll just send it to you, Dylan.
Yeah, you guys can just text me on Skype. That's fine.
Okay, thank you, Dylan.
All right, judges, let's head on over to the breakout room.
Ida girl, we really did that.
Yes, yeah. I need to work on my stutter. When I stutter, I just freak out and forget.
I don't honestly, in my opinion, I don't think stuttering is a bad thing. I do it from time to time too. You just think faster than you can speak. Now, if there's one thing I'm gonna do, is get into a final two with someone I really love. I have Rashawn Paul. What happens now? Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Day one. Who would have thought?
I honestly thought I was going home every round I went to the bottom. I was like, damn, they keep sitting me in the bottom. I'm going home.
I don't know. I guess.
I'm shocked. Honestly, I seen you. I really thought you and Cody was going to make it to the final two.
Oh, really? I mean, I thought Cody was going to make it to the final two too, if I'm being honest. But then he blew up, and I was like, oh my gosh, what's happening? This is such a
that was a crazy night. I hope they bring, I ain't gonna speak on it. I don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah. If there's one thing this cast is gonna do is never let a round be quiet. There's always something going on. Always something going on.
Right. Oh my God.
Team Will for Miss Congeniality.
Will. You know what Will messaged me when he got eliminated?
He messaged you.
He said, "You better win." And I was thinking to myself, I didn't even reply back. I was like, I'm not going to win. I'm about to disappoint Will so bad because I know I'm not winning.
No, that's what I thought too. I was like, oh, like I'm not gonna. What do I do now? What do I do now?
Oh heck no!
But we managed. We managed.
Wait, did Mark leave the
I'm
live?
just happy I made it this far in the game.
Yeah, Mark left the live.
Yeah, he left. I was gonna say, I wish he didn't.
Oh, I wish
wish
Mark
he
was
didn't.
here.
I think he was. He did say he was busy with something, so I think he went to go do that. Hold on, I'm just trying to figure it. I need to figure. That's my username.
I mean, this is tough as a first org. Like, I can't. He's gonna win an org. Like, oh my God.
Oh, he's gonna win org. I told him we were on a call together the other day, and I told him, I'm like, girl, you need to play an actual org because you would eat these people out.
Remember, he asked us what an org is. I'm like, online reality game, and you need to play. This is an org. He's like, what's an org? Sorry, I'm not supposed to be talking.
Rafi, you know what I'm gonna do after this damn stressful ass?
What are you gonna do?
I think I'm gonna go get some dick. I need some dick.
Oh, girl. Oh my God, girl. During the fashion show, I was like, I'm gonna just get some dick instead of doing this because it's stressing me so much.
Oh my God, this is stressful. Like, I really don't mind getting second place for real. I never made it this far in the game.
I never win, so.
Right?
No, literally, girl, you're preaching to the choir over here. I never win either.
Like, second place is a win to me. I don't care.
Oh.
I've been sitting in this gas station parking lot. I'm surprised they didn't call the cops on me.
I think we gave him a tough decision in there.
Yeah, they're gonna take like an hour. And I just want to tell Debbie, I love Debbie. Oh my God. From the beginning, I was like, damn, I wish you was my mama. Because she remind me of my white mama. I have a white mama.
Okay, Ida, I'm so sorry. We really had a misunderstanding, and I wish we could have started over. I truly meant that, and it was like probably too little too late, but it was the weekend before, and I'm like, oh my God, we actually work well together. And again, I apologize. So
that's why I choose you, because I knew we was gonna nail that. I knew it.
Even though I got out, but that's all good. I knew my time would come. It's all right. You guys deserved it anyway. So.
I mean, not knowing what the password is. I'm trying to log into something and it's fucking. I hate passwords so much.
Wait, Rafi, I have a question.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Where the fuck did you get a whole graduation outfit from?
Girl, I graduated from college.
What did you buy for it? Where did you buy it?
All right. I got the robe. This is my robe, my graduation robe.
Mhm.
These are like my little honors cords. So the yellow one is for the honors college. This one's for Phi Beta Kappa. And then this one's for getting honors in my degree. This is my little medal from the honors college too. And that's about it. That's all I have. And then I have my hat and my little tassel. I also have a sticker on my little hat. It says first generation graduate because
Oh,
technically
Totally love that, Rafi.
Hmm?
But I totally love that.
Thank you.
Rafi, where'd you go to college?
Rutgers.
Oh, you did. I'm from
Yeah.
East Brunswick.
Wow, that's a good school.
Yeah, Rafi, like half my high school went to Rutgers. That's another reason I didn't go there, but yeah. You went to New Brunswick, right?
Yeah, I went to New Brunswick.
Yeah.
I graduated with a degree in English and psychology with a minor in creative writing.
Yeah, my husband's cousin is still there in a sorority. I mean, I know a lot of people that have gone or go there. Good school.
gee, I'm graduating in like 3 weeks. Jesus.
Congrats.
Don't you have like a month where you don't do anything in good old England?
I'm like moving on Saturday. I'm like in the middle of packing.
Oh wow. Moving out. How's the boy?
Oh, I met him yesterday.
Ooh.
I went out drinks with him. I got very drunk and it was really bad. Like very, very.
Oh my god, what does my mom want? Let's see. What does she want? I hate it. Wish I could just hide all alerts on my phone.
I kind of want to text Keon to come to this reunion. I'm gonna do it because I want to see if he will.
Love a reunion. Oh, okay, here we go.
Hi, everyone. All right. I want everyone to hop on camera. Everybody. Everybody. Even Prod could come on camera.
God, I'm in bed. I'm in bed.
So before we crown a winner this season, I just wanted to say a couple of things. I'm going to be completely honest here and candid here. And I'm not going to like say anything because I'm not perpetuating anything. But the process for this season has been very hard for me. We did this season right off the heels of season 12. It was a very tumultuous process. And I had planned doing a charm school type game all the way back in 2019. And it was just something that never happened because I didn't feel like we had the right group. And even though I wouldn't have personally done it right now, I still feel like this was a good entry into the franchise. And I need to give you guys so much credit that you guys made this work. I really appreciate all of you. And I have to renege on a little statement I made earlier about you guys are the most toxic group of people that have ever played my game ever. And I need to take that back because that's absolutely not true. Those people are not here. But my favorite part about this season has been is seeing how you guys have changed. And I think it was hard from watching the chat to really know if you guys were sincere. I feel like you guys are really sincere. And I hope that no matter what happened this season, that all of you walk away with something from this. I know I was not enrolled in the Coco Academy, but I feel like I walked away with something from this season. I learned something. And no matter what comes forward with me and with this whole franchise, and whether we come back or not, I want to thank all of you for being a part of the DH1 family. So before we continue, I want to give some thanks. I want to give thank you to the amazing production team this season. Crystal, Tyler, Kyra, Keisha, Chantel, V.
My light.
Who am I forgetting? Oh,
Me.
and me. Thank you to everyone on the prod team this season. Thank you to our amazing principals this season, Kyra, Tyler, Crystal. Am I forgetting anyone? Me, that's right. Thank you all so much for judging this season. It's not an easy thing to do. So with everyone here, I know that there's a lot of stuff going on still a lot of drama behind the scenes. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I don't really feel like doing a like 2-3 hour long reunion. I feel like that kind of goes against what this whole game was supposed to be about. I don't think we need a reunion of fighting and cussing people out and all that stuff. I hope that whatever drama you guys still have going on, that you guys handle, on your own. And that's really where the work comes in for once you guys graduate from the school. And I want to thank everybody for watching this season, for showing up, showing out. It was 21 days of chaos, and thank you for sticking through with us through this unexpected series. I want to give a special shout out to Kyra because this was her first season on production, and she was a superstar. She stepped into a lot of roles that were not asked of her, and she did it amazingly. And I really wanted to give her props for that. It's not an easy thing to do, to join this production team and be thrown into all that. I want to thank all the special guests this season. I want to thank Josie Ann from Silent Podcast. I want to thank Naomi from Silent Podcast. And I want to thank Blaine for showing up, especially for showing up so last minute and helping us with that challenge. So yeah, that's pretty much all the thanks. Before we get into crowning the winner, I want to know from each of you guys, what was your favorite lesson this season? And you can just do a one-word response and maybe a quick little sentence after that. Will.
Wait, what did you say? Sorry, I zoned out.
What was your favorite lesson / challenge this season?
My lesson, no comment. Challenge, fashion show, I fucking hate that shit. I ate all of you up.
Lucy.
I'm just really mad I missed the improv challenge. I'm a theater major and like comedic actress. I just think I would have really killed it, and it would have been really fun. I would have liked to do that.
Debbie.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have to say the one I won. the safety circle challenge. But I also liked the date. I was up there top 2 with Constance, and that was fun talking to Blaine. I liked the one I did the car wash with Lucy too, but okay, I'll say, yeah, the safety chain was my favorite, but those 3 top, yeah.
Jade Wolf.
Well, basically, considering it's basically the only challenge that I ever did, because I got booted off so shortly. I would have to say my favorite one out of the ones that I've done would obviously have to be the car wash. Even though I didn't like to wear pink, but I kind of wore that just to try to wow the judges. Tried to, but failed, obviously. But I did have fun with that one, so I'd have to say that one was my favorite.
You did not fail at that challenge, Jade. You were a superstar.
No, I felt like at wowing the judges because no one even noticed that me, the girl not liking pink. wore pink, trying to get more points for our team. Obviously, that was a fail because no one even noticed.
Cheryl.
I'm gonna have to go with Jade and say the car wash. I really enjoyed that. Lucy, you can keep that as a reminder of a project, one of the last projects you got to do with your beloved. And Jade, you really did shine in that video.
Tried to.
Rafi.
Ooh, this is hard. I loved a lot of these challenges. I'll be honest. Great challenges. I might steal them. My favorite. Oh my god. My favorite to prepare for was a debate because I'm English major. My favorite one to do though was the improv because during the improv I felt like me, Debbie, and Mark, we all just sort of let our guards down and just had fun, just had fun.
And Ida.
The improv has to be my favorite one because I started theater in 9th grade and went all the way up, and I loved it. I enjoy it. I love acting. It's amazing. I love it. I love it. That was my favorite challenge.
My next question is, who do you guys think was the most robbed this season? Who was expelled far too soon? Jade Wolf.
I don't mean to make it about me, but I feel like I was basically robbed. Like I feel like I was kicked out a little bit too soon. I really wanted to shine a little bit more, and I just felt like I was just robbed of that, and that I was kicked out way too early in the game. I'm trying not to make it not all about me, but that's just how I feel about it. Sorry.
Will.
I'm gonna make it all about me because I know, Dylan, you did not want me to fucking go. So I'm gonna say me, and I should have fucking stayed, and I'll say that shit.
Cheryl.
This one's going to surprise all of you, but I'm going to say Keon because if he had not self-evicted, I think he would have ate all you bitches up.
Lucy.
Sorry, what was the question?
Who do you think was the most robbed this season? Who was expelled too early?
Jade. I think once Ginny left, Jade had an opportunity to sort of get out of her comfort zone. And when we worked on that music video, at first she was being a little bit difficult. But once we communicated with her, I think Jade, you didn't want to mess up. You were unclear about what we needed you to do. And once it was made clear, I mean, Jade is an incredible actress. I mean, she gave me so much film and really got into her role, and did a bunch of extra stuff we didn't even ask her to do that ended up great. Like, she really got into that character. And yeah, I think there was more that Jade could have given, and I really appreciate you, Jade.
Debbie.
I appreciate you too, Lucy.
So we have to say early boot or anyone?
Anyone you want. Who do you think went home too early? Who shouldn't have been expelled?
Well, can I say it myself? I mean,
well, two people already said themselves, so.
I mean, I didn't do well in the improv challenge, but I thought I would make it to the end this time. No, but besides that, who else? I don't know. I mean, I feel like a few people. Okay, maybe Constance, maybe Anthony, but he volunteered himself. Maybe Will. I don't know. I can't pick one person. Maybe Lucy. I don't know.
So the whole
I'm not
cast.
picking a person. I'll pick myself.
Okay. Ida. Oh, you're muted.
Oh, I'm sorry. Honestly, the person who I thought was robbed and snatched me bald was Will. I think that was so messed up. And then the next day, the person that y'all wanted to see sent home left the game. And I was like, dang, Will really just got robbed like that.
and Rafi.
I'm gonna say Will and Cheryl.
My last question to you guys is going to be, what was your favorite moment this season? And I'll start with Rafi.
Look, the police are right there. Girl, that took me out. No, honestly, my favorite moments of this season, honestly, it's very broad. It's very broad, but it's just when the moments when we all just laugh together. When me, like, even with like Cody or like Will, Keon, Ida, like when we all just laugh together, where we're just cutting up, just having fun, making jokes, talking shit, that to me, that's my favorite part of any game.
Thank you. Ida.
My favorite part of this game. Honestly, my favorite part of this game was getting to know you guys a little better. Honestly, that was my favorite part. Talking to you guys, getting to know you guys, calling one-on-one to certain people who wanted to talk to me. That was my favorite part because I got to engage in a conversation and I got to feel like I was a part of the game.
Thank you. Debbie.
Sorry, I'm sorry. What was the question again?
What was your favorite moment this season?
Oh, my favorite moment this season. I'm going to say, does it have to be live or could it have just been like
any moment?
Okay. My favorite moment in this game was like going from frenemies to like, I think we're like friends now, to like friends with Cody. Like me and Cody are cool now. And like you guys all know me and Cody did not get along last season. So yeah, I think definitely like starting my friendship with Cody and meeting everyone else too. I already had my friendship with Lucy. She's always been my girl, but meeting other people. But I think like really putting our differences aside. Yeah.
Lucy?
Yeah, same with what Debbie said. I mean, Cody can be difficult, and that was my experience in season 12 was all of his difficulties, but I got to see the other side of him and what a good friend he is. And yeah, I'm glad. I feel like me and Cody are friends now, and I'm happy about that.
I'm really glad to hear that. Cheryl.
I actually have two, and it's a tie between them. One is mending my broken fences and bridges with Rafi. That was actually very important to me once I seen he was passed. And the other is actually getting to be in a game and talk to Ida.
Thank you. Will?
So like this is gonna be my funny messy moment, and it was like upset people. Like when I was in call with Keon and he was like putting the photos and I was giving him inspiration, we were just cackling on call trying to pin it on Ida so they would throw her in the bottom.
I thought y'all were so slick. And lastly, Jade Wolf.
I would have to say my favorite moment, as far as I've been in it, I would have to say teamwork. Seeing all the teams and people all working together to create many different situations of the challenges that were put in front of us. I would definitely say my favorite moment was the teamwork.
Thank you. I do have one more thing that I want to do before we crown a winner. I do want to thank one more person. I wanted to thank this person because I feel like in the midst of all the chaos that goes on when planning a season and when a season is going on, this person can feel underappreciated. And that's my fault. Because sometimes within all the chaos and all that stuff, it can be easy to forget to let someone know how much they matter to you and how much you appreciate them. And I just wanted to thank this person because they really put their heart into the season. They really wanted to see it succeed. And I respect that even with all the other stuff that has gone on this season, this person has stuck it out and was here from day one to the last day. And I can't say that about many other people. So I want to thank Keisha for this entire season. And I want you to know how much I care about you and how much everyone at the DH1 network really cares about you. I just wanted to say that before we ended the season. But with all of that said, we got to get to Ida and we got to get to Rafi. So I want everyone else to hop off camera and on mute. So Rafi and Ida, you guys have been fighting from the very beginning to get to the spot. You've gotten as far as you can. You've gone through 21 days of chaos, all these lessons, and it just comes down to this last moment. And I've consulted with my faculty, and ultimately we did come to a unanimous decision. So the last thing I want to say to you guys is I think you both had your strengths. Rafi, when you came into this season, your main critique was to talk less, to listen more. And what really touched my heart about your speech was talking about not wanting to be the person that everyone laughs at. And when I heard that, that just really hit me differently. And it was something I could relate to. And I feel like everyone on some level can relate to. And I think this season you showed you are a boss of a competitor and no one can ever take that away from you. And I think that you had a really great arc this season and you deserve to be here. Ida, from the first night when you were cast out and you got a second chance, you had a lot to prove. And I feel like this season you proved a lot of people wrong. I think you are one of the most infamous people in I Love Money history. And I think what this season you did is you proved those people wrong and you showed a completely different side of you, a side that I've been wanting people to see, the joking side, not the fucking troll you side. And I think that you deserve to be here. And no matter what happens, I think you both cemented yourselves as legends and you should both be proud. And I'm happy to say that even though we're crowning only one winner, you are both graduating from the Coco Academy. So you are both official Coco Academy graduates, and I'll find a certificate to give you guys. But it is time to reveal the winner. Now, obviously there's no vote. It's just our decision. So when I reveal the winner, I want everyone to come on camera and to celebrate the person. So the winner of DH1's Baddies DH1 Season 1. The next inductee into the DH1 Hall of Fame is, congratulations, Rafi. Rafi, you are the winner of DH1's Baddies.
Rafi!
The first
Yes.
male in the Hall of Fame.
Male inductee in the Hall of Fame. Congratulations.
Yes.
Oh, like his arm?
Finally. It's about time.
Oh my god, thank you guys so much. I never win. I've only won one other game.
Hold on, I'm mute. Go
No.
ahead, Rafi.
What goes?
Way to go, Rafi.
Just
No.
another inductee into the Hall of
Great
Fame.
job, Rafi!
Thank you so much. No, no, this is an emotional moment for me. I literally never really win orgs. Like that's not my gig. I've only won one other org, and that's because I went on an immunity streak. But like, just thank you guys so much. I literally, I really appreciate this. Thank you for seeing my growth, for seeing who I am, for acknowledging what I represent, and yeah, thank you so much.
No problem.
Get off, and I can take this shit off.
Ida, Ida, it was really a fight to the end, and I have to say that you really have nothing to be ashamed of. You were amazing this season. I really wish I could have crowned both of you, but you really proved something. And I've known you for years, and I've seen this side of you. And I'm just so happy that you're letting other people see the side of you too. So
Right.
you should be really proud. And I think a final 2 placement in this game is fucking amazing. So,
Yes. That's why I told him, I was like, I'll take second because I never got this far. I never get this far. And it was amazing. And congratulations, Rafi.
So Rafi, for winning DH1's Baddies, you also get a cash prize of $50.
Oh my God, you know what? I'm gonna use that to buy McDonald's tomorrow, and I'll make sure they have Big Mac sauce. I'll make sure they have Big Mac
sauce on there.
And Ida, you can send me your Cash App, and I will give you a price of $15.
Oh, $1 million? Ah!
Yes. Remember, you guys fundraised for the real life game, but also I'm gonna give you guys some of that too.
Well, one team fundraised.
Yes.
AKA that Lucy fundraised.
Yes.
I did too. I donated too.
Debbie too, and Brandon, that is true. That season 12 fundraised.
And Johnny and a few others.
And Johnny, yes, all the season 12 people.
Brandon, Miles, a few others, but yeah.
Did Miles, hold on, are you telling me Miles donated?
Yeah. That
You're
big
joking.
donation that I sent you was like a bunch of people that just like sent their money to me. So Miles, Brandon, one of my clients.
Does he still watch this show?
No, we were just friends with him and he did us a favor.
He did you a favor. Okay.
He did me, but
He was
you know,
supporting his friends. That's all.
Yeah.
Supporting his friends.
Dylan, I have
If
a
he
question
wants,
for you.
listen, in the spirit of bygones be bygones, if he wants to let it go, child, I got other things to be worrying about. I don't got no problem with Miles. Anyway, listen, I'm tired of beefing with people, bro. Like, I think everyone's good people.
I think it was just a bad moment. I think he's a really good person. I think, yeah, it was just a bad moment. But
I'm
that's-
open if anyone wants to talk. But anyways, this is Rafi's moment. This is Ida's moment. So again, thank you everyone so much for watching this season. We made it through. We made it through Baddies DH1. I am so proud of us.
We lived. We lived.
Rafi, do you have any final words before we wrap up this stream?
In the words of Beyonce, I'm that girl. Always,
Always will be that girl.
always will.
So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching another season from the DH1 network. I've been your host, Dylan Andrews, and until next time, don't know when that next time will be. Good girls may go to heaven, but baddies will always rule the world. Now let the music play. I love that no one's dancing.
We're tired.
I get it. All right, I'll lower the volume.
Dancing in my mind. How's that?
This is the perfect way to end the season. All right.
Carol's doing wheelies right now.
Yeah.